It is your Wednesday night sports delight, the platform sports talk show. I am your boy Smooth, along with
Jobo.
when it's about sports, it becomes
It
our business. And Joe,
business just keeps picking up, especially in the St. Louis today, because
my Lord,
we'll
keep
get into it.
on, keeping on. But thanks everyone for tuning in for a special, special show that we have tonight. And with that being said, of course, we got to show love. It's the holiday season. So happy Thanksgiving from the Platform Sports Talk Show crew. Shouts out to Stan. He is, I think, probably flying in the friendly skies, going to his lady, having a good time for the holiday. So shouts out to him. And we also have to share some wonderful news, Joe, because Bunny just had a little one. And you got to go ahead and show the little one some love. There you go
Oh,
on the
look at the
screen.
cheeks. Look at the cheeks.
Look at the cheeks. Everyone say hello to Sanaya Chipman. There we go. And Miss Williams. There we go with the hi Fred, hi Joe. Hope you're having a wonderful day, Miss Williams. And also, she shared a birthday with me, Joe, on the same day as me. So
Happy
to my
belated
birthday twin, happy birthday. And also, same to you, happy Thanksgiving. So once again, you have on your screen the newest edition of the Platform Sports Talk Show. So if you know what, almost a year ago, we had Baby Joe. Now we have, well, excuse me, Baby Bova. Now we have Baby Bunny.
baby bunny.
Hey, Bad Bunny. Let me see. Here's the other picture right here coming up. Let me put. There we go. Look at that.
Baby.
So yes, once again, congratulations to our very own Bunny having a little one just last week. 9 pounds, 2 ounces. Bundle of joy. It's a love fest going on. And as you see, Ms. Williams says congrats to Bunny. Yes. And yes, Sanaa S-A. I think it's let me make sure I had it spelled right here. Yeah, I had it here. Sanaa. So there we go, right there. Once again, congrats to Bunny. It's a wonderful time of the year, holiday season, and later on, we'll be talking about what we are thankful for. We have once again a jam-packed show, like Joe said earlier. A lot, a lot is going on in the world of sports, especially here in St. Louis. And Joe, this is why we have the Sports Talk Show. We've been saying it for the longest time that every day, something's always going on here in the world of sports. It's the ultimate reality show. And that's sports right there. It's always something going on. It's always a great story. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. Today, it was announced that we have the 2022 Baseball Hall of Fame ballot that just came out. So I'm going to name a few of the ballot holdovers, that people who had already been on the ballot for a few years now, some getting to their last years, like Kurt Schilling, like Barry Bonds, like Roger Clemens. Do you see any of those guys getting in 2022, Joe?
No, I don't think anything's gonna change for them.
Mm.
It's weird because one, it's like Kurt Schilling. He's just like a bad person. So that's probably why he's not gonna get in, which is silly. He's a great ball player. Yep, that's my mother-in-law. So congrats, congrats, Bunny. But yeah, it's just I don't think any of them are gonna get in. If they haven't got in now, I don't see it happening. Everyone knows the Barry Bonds thing. Roger Clemens is in the same boat, and like I said, Kurt Schilling's just a weird oddball, and that's why people don't like voting for him. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think was it this past last year's balloting that Kurt Schilling was like, just take me off. It doesn't even matter. All this stuff. I'm like, man, please.
It's weird because you can ask a lot of people now, and a lot of people say the Hall of Fame's a joke because people are being voted in years later that maybe probably shouldn't be in there, but it's changed. The way people vote changed. So Maybe he just thinks it's a joke and that's whatever. Maybe he's just butt sore about it. I guess we'll never know. But like I said, he's an oddball, so that's probably why.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And so once again, this is the 10th year on the ballot. That's Kurt Schilling, Barry Bonds, Clemens. Now you have some St. Louis flavor. Scott Rowland, he's in his 5th year. Omar Vizquel, Billy Wagner. Man, that dude doing his days in Houston.
Wagner should be in there for sure.
Oh my goodness. Todd Helton, Gary Sheffield, Jeff Kent, Manny Ramirez, Sammy Sosa. He don't have no chance either. Andy Pettit, another St. Louis guy. He didn't play for the Cardinals. He wanted to, but he's a St. Louis guy. That's Mark Burley. He's in his 2nd year. Torrey Hunter, Bobby Abreu, and pitcher Tim Hudson. Now, the new guys, first timers, we have Carl Crawford. His career was pretty interesting because, he had the great start in Tampa Bay. Then he moved over to the Dodgers. And,
yeah, he's with the Dodgers.
Yeah, and he had the hype, he had the money, but it just kind of faded away. And I think he had the injuries too. Yeah. Prince Fielder, that should be interesting. Ryan, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was just gonna say with Prince Fielder, if he didn't have his career shortened by injury, I would say 100%. But probably not because he signed that deal with with the Tigers or the Rangers? I don't remember now. And he had that weird neck injury or something. And
yeah, it was the Rangers.
Yeah, so I mean, shoot, him with the Brewers, towards the middle to end of Albert's career with the Cardinals, it's Prince Fielder right there. He was that guy. Those two guys you did not want to face against in the NL Central. So it sucks. I cry every time I watch his video of him retiring and whatnot. But I think if he actually got to play out his career 100%, sadly he won't get that.
Yeah. And yes, Miss Williams, after 10 years, they are no longer on the ballot. I believe they get pushed to the side for that Veterans Committee vote.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Yeah. So they no more of us, or I'm sorry, the Hall of Fame voters that they'll be doing. It'll be like the Veterans Committee voting after that. Let's see some more guys. Another St. Louis guy, Ryan Howard. He had a great career, but then it pretty much came to an end after that series against us. And he hit that ball to, I think, first base, and he limped, and ever since then, he ain't been the same.
Yeah, it's obviously I was happy to win that game, but
hey, we were.
I think he hit it to second base, which who would that have been? Ryan Theriot, probably for defensive.
Yeah, you're right.
Or Nick Punto, actually. I think it might have been Nick Punto that had. I can't remember.
The shredder.
Yeah, one of these guys that Cardinals get that just somehow help the team out. But yeah, that was sad and it sucks. But he's probably another one. But he's had some MVPs in there as well. So who knows?
Yeah. And let's see, Tim Lincecum. He's had an interesting career. Don't feel like it's Hall of Fame worthy because he wasn't healthy long enough.
Yeah.
And let's see, Justin Morneau. He was Mr. Dependable for a few years with the Twins, and he went to I think the White Sox and Colorado. Okay. Joe Nathan, the closer. Now this one here, very, very interesting. Probably the best DH of all times, David Ortiz. If you are a baseball fan, purist, whatever it is, do you think he gets in? Because years back, he was also under that steroid use.
Here, hold on, Fred.
So it's going to be pretty interesting, everyone. Do you think that David Ortiz should be in the Hall of Fame? Do you put him in the same boat as Roger Clemens and Kurt Schilling, Barry Bonds, the Mark McGuire's, the Rafael Palmeiros? Maybe it wasn't as strong as what them guys did. And we have Baby Bova. Baby Bova, what do you think? Do you think David Ortiz should be part of the, should be in the Hall of Fame? Let us know.
What do you think? She put her hand up I don't know. Yeah, it's an iffy one. It's I kind of want to be 100%. Yeah. But I don't think Barry Bonds is. So, I mean, am I a hypocrite for saying that? I don't know. But David Ortiz, man, he was clutch. He's the sole reason the Cardinals lost the 2013 World Series. Yeah, she just pushed a paint can down the stairs, so Brenda's trying to clean that up right now. That's why I got her.
Uh-oh. Say, what? Hold on. Gotta go.
You say hi.
But yeah, so Dave Ortiz, I feel like he's gonna get in. He's so beloved, and just certain guys, like I said, it's all about the severity of if he, just the severity of the issue with steroids.
And he's got something that Barry Bonds doesn't have. Rings.
Right. I mean, and being so clutch in the best time, which is playoffs and the World Series, etc. I mean, just ask the Cardinals. Like, we kept on pitching to them. Why? Why? We don't know. Hi. Yeah. She looking hard. Hi? Like, wait a minute.
Do you see yourself?
And Miss Williams, that's the reason why Sosa isn't going to get in, is because of the steroids issue. Him being with Mark McGwire during them years, along with Barry Bonds. Just a lot of bad energy, bad everything in regards to Sammy Sosa. So he had no chance to get in, and this is last year. And I believe last year, on year 9, he was only at 17%, and you had to have 75% to be voted in as a Hall of Famer. And like I said, last year he was at 19%. So he has no chance in hell, as Vince McMahon says in wrestling, to get into the Hall of Fame. Up next, we have Jonathan Papelbon. Then we have Jake Peavy. Those two guys, no. AJ Przinsky, no. Jimmy Rollins, maybe for Jimmy Rollins. What do you think about Jimmy Rollins? J-Roll.
He's one up in the air too. He's won an MVP before, and I know some people say that's it's not the end all be all winning an MVP, but he had some good years there in Philly. I feel like once he went to the Dodgers, it's kind of like
faded away.
But I mean, Philly back in the day, man, with J-Roll and Utley and Howard, some good teams right there. So yeah, he's one. I think it'd be 50-50.
Another guy. Just like Ortiz, but now his story is more interesting because he's more out there in regards to his career, and that is one Alex Rodriguez. And you don't think he's getting in either?
I don't know. He got, this is my thing, like, he got popped multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, that's like asking if Robinson Cano is going to possibly be, like, he's just now coming off another one, like.
Right.
Like, get caught once, maybe think about it. But I think it's like 3 or 4 times he got caught, And it's so bad. It's silly because, like, the dude had so much potential. And I don't know. Apparently he's a weird guy, too, in real life. So, and apparently they look into that stuff. So,
yes. But, personality matters.
Yeah, so I don't see that one happening at all.
And then the last one is Mark Teixeira. In which he has a good chance, I believe. He had a very solid career, and he's been known to be a clean guy, so he has a great chance. Going back to A-Rod, I just feel like for what he's done over the last 5-6 years now, being part of ESPN, being a part of Fox, and being a spokesman, and just trying to like rejuvenate or revive his career in regards to people, the perception of him could definitely and we'll see how the votes turn out in regards to the path that he's going to be going in regards to being and going to the Hall of Fame, excuse me. So very interesting, but we shall see in regards to that. Give us your thoughts, people, on the Hall of Fame, the first timers and the holdovers who's been on. Give us your thoughts on it. Let us know, what you think about that. Now, let's get to more St. Louis news. So, last night, it was announced that the Cardinals got Max Scherzer. I was playing. That the Cardinals signed, should I say, Steven Matz. And I looked on social media, and I saw on Twitter that the Bovacanti household was not that pleased with Steven Matz. One question I have is because we know that he's not the sexy pick that we was all hoping for, or is it something else?
I think it's a mixture of that. Because I wanted Stroman. I wanted Stroman over Max Scherzer. You know, that's the guy I wanted. He's cheap. Okay. There's a lot of teams in on him. I'll do the positives first. There's a lot of teams in on him, and a lot of teams that like the Giants that had good years last year, really big on analytics. So obviously there's something there. You got him cheap. I don't like the years, but whatever. And then again, like I said in our group chat, it makes it look good for the Cardinals in the city of St. Louis that he chose us, whether it's over an extra year or an extra $1 million or whatever. He still picked us over New York and San Francisco, Boston, big markets. This is my thing, is we have Adam Wainwright, ace. We hope and pray to God he had the year that he had last year, or this past year, whatever. But that's a what if. And then you got Jack Flaherty, who barely pitched this year. That's a what if. You got Dakota Hudson coming off Tommy John. That's a what if. You got Miles Michaelis. Barely pitched the last 2 years. That's a what if. And then we're going to throw Matz in there, who he gets like a strikeout per inning. They're depending on ground balls with their defense. I get that. But, I mean, I don't know. It's just, our rotation's average. It's a typical Cardinals move. If they go out and sign a bullpen arm and a really, really good bench bat or something, or a shortstop and a relief arm, then okay. But as of right now, I'm not happy. Like, we got someone, they did something, but I'll tell you how I feel when we got a roster set for spring training. Because if we're going in with the team we have right now and just adding Steven Matz, say we re-sign Luis Garcia and then Steven Matz, and that's it. No, I'm not happy.
So, of course, I also wanted the sexy pick, let's see about Max Scherzer. Let's see about Marcus Stroman. But I'm not taking it bad at all at this time, because if you have seen since Mike Shilt's firing, it's been more transparency in regards to what the team is now looking for. And the reason why the Cardinals, I have 5 reasons, Joe.
Oh, okay.
I have 5 reasons why the Cardinals decided to get Steven Matz. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
Tyler O'Neill, Harrison Bader, Tommy Edman, Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt. They know these are 5 Gold Glovers that we have, and the Cardinals had the best, won the award for the best defensive team, the whole 9. The organization knows they have the defense. They need guys who can pitch, who can throw strikes, and he's a single ball specialist. And you playing at a ballpark, 81 games out the year, that's hard as hell to hit home runs in. So that's what they're looking into. And with this new philosophy that we're going to start seeing, especially what you said on the group text about using analytics more in the whole 9, with Ali Marmol being a big guy in regards to analytics and everything, is what's going to propel him to continue on the path of what he's shown last year and be even better, because you're going to have a better team defensively around him. Now, would that prevent us from getting like a Stroman, Scherzer? Probably so. But at the same token, look at what the Cardinals have done, as you were saying before, about Garcia and how great he turned out to be. Look at, what's his name, TJ McDonald? Is that the reliever? You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying, I'm sorry, TJ McFarland. Who's McDonald? Who's McDonald? I'm sorry, TJ McFarland. I apologize. So TJ McFarland, look how great that he turned out to be. Look at the season, the last few starts that J.A. Happ had. Not saying he was, Cy Young worthy, but the improvement and then knowing that you had a defense behind them, I feel like Steven Matz is going to be set up for success. Sorry, TJ McDonald, whoever you are. But TJ McFarland, there we go.
Everything you just said, though, is you know who else is that too? Marcus Stroman. And he's a Gold Glove pitcher, and he strikes out more. So he's a ground ball guy, strikes out, and he is that sexy guy. So I don't know, but
and like I said, I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted him too. That it would have been great. But then, like you talked about in regards to the Hall of Fame, and people look at personalities. Word is that Marcus Stroman has a bold personality. And the last person that had a bold personality was Tommy Pham. And look where he at now. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're bold in different ways.
Yeah. But
Marcus Stroman's more bold about like today's events in the world and well, he's Jack Flaherty. That's what he is, he's the same person as Jack Flaherty, and everyone's okay with how he acts. So, but yeah.
And then I'm sorry. And then also, how much more would have been to try to get Stroman compared to getting Matz? Like you said, it's such a Cardinals move to do.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm trying not to. I'm gonna be honest. I went to bed upset last night. I was going to my
So the whole household, from what I saw in the tweets, y'all were pissed.
Well, he was about to sleep, and I was going through Twitter one more time, and I was like, I saw Jeff pass, and I'm like, we got Steven Matz. He goes, "Are you kidding me?" And he went through his phone. And no, I saw a very good comparison though. The comparison I saw for him is the same thing as when we signed Mike Leake.
Oh God, no.
I'm just saying, it's a very good comparison. Mike Leake was that guy too. He just wasn't a lefty. So I mean, we'll see what happens. But I want to just sit here and try not to think about it because we're about to have a lockout and we don't even know what the team's gonna look like next year. I will be extremely upset if all we do is get Garcia and Matz, and then we give Tyler O'Neill like a 5-year extension because that'd be the stupidest thing in the world. So
my last thing I'm gonna say is how many people were pissed off after the trade deadline, and all we got was John Lester and J.A. Happ. Everyone was pissed, but then it ended up being a great thing that happened at the end. So I'll just say just stay tuned in regards to that.
I get that. It's the whole other teams went out there and I'm not gonna sit here and complain about that because yeah, they were fun to watch, but you had and the market for a lot of people are very high, but you had teams out there that went and got a Starling Marte, and you had teams out there that got a Kendall Graveman and a Yimi Garcia, that got multiple people, Max Scherzer and a Trey Turner, like if you want to compete, you gotta, buck up and make some big moves like that sometimes, and the Cardinals just don't do that.
Yeah, it's true. They always are reactive and not proactive, and that's something that we are hoping that they flip it around and do it the other way, be more proactive.
And I will say about it, sorry, it's just that we've been hearing for the last 2-3 years now is that 2022 is going to be that year.
Here we go, right? Our year, we're going to go all in.
Yeah, right. Is going to be that year that we get some money off the books, and it's going to be our year to be like a big time threat, not just from the NL Central because the NL Central's weak. We're supposed to be a big threat in the NL and all of baseball.
Right.
So
where is it?
I don't want to hear that if all we're going to do is get a relief arm and then get Steven Matz and sit here and try to get Alex Reyes and Jordan Hicks to compete for a 6-man rotation spot. Like I don't want to hear that. I don't like that.
And that's my thing too. Alex Reyes, Jordan Hicks. I'm not real confident that, especially Jordan Hicks, I'm not real confident that these guys can really be impact players. You know what I'm saying? With the issue that they've had, Reyes, even before the injury, he always had control issues. And then it showed in the worst time during the season. And then Jordan Hicks can't stay healthy. and now you add all these other guys coming in. Then you're gonna have Libertor coming up. He's gonna probably start off being in the bullpen. Jake Wolford, he should be coming back again. You got this guy, what's his name, Palencia, that just played in the the fall league. He's coming up. So Jordan Hicks and Reyes, if they not showing that they available this offseason, the spring training coming up, they may get dealt, but we shall see. On a cool note, it was announced that as of last night, Valley Sports Midwest has acquired Alexa Dat. What are your thoughts on her? I know you probably have more info than I do. I know that she works for MLB Network and NHL Network, but give us information about Miss Alexa Dat, who's coming into the loop.
I was excited about that. Brennan read it off to me and he goes, we got Alexa Dat. He didn't know who it was. I'm like, babe, that's Alexa from MLB. She has a podcast. She just seems really cool and chill, but a lot of those girls from MLB Network, they all seem really cool, like Lauren Shahadi and stuff. So I'm excited. She's a big, well-known, I don't know what you want to call her, what are those people called? But she's very well.
So she's a reporter and what's it, correspondent or something like that. So
yeah, she's a lot of stuff, but no, she's really cool, chill. She liked my tweet when I said welcome to the Lou, so that was cool.
Hey.
And I thought it was funny that she tweeted about how Steven Matz had to trump her
right
come to St. Louis. So I'm excited about her. I'm gonna miss Erica Weston because she was awesome, but Alexa Dat, that's gonna be awesome. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So let's see what's happening with her. Now let's get right over to the Blues real quick. They previously hit a little snide, kind of lose some games here and there, but at the same token, you're getting guys like Ryan O'Reilly back from COVID. You're getting the Cruz. You're getting, I think tonight, Braden Shen's coming back. So the team is finally getting healthy. Right now, the score is tied at 1 at Detroit at the moment, at the end of the first period. What are your thoughts so far on this young Blues season, as the Blues right now are sitting at, let me double check, they are sitting at 10-6. They are in second place in the Central Division Western Conference. So what are your thoughts on the Blues right now?
I think it could be better, but like you said, we had a lot of COVID. We had some injuries. Braden Shen's a big, he's not Ryan Reeves, but he has that in him, and he's a good offensive player. So we obviously missed him. And, Ryan O'Reilly and Saad, and who else was on COVID? I can't remember. We had half the team on COVID, it felt like.
Let's see. What's the other guy named? Buznavich. Wasn't he on there?
No, was he? I feel like.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. He was suspended for his elbow that he threw.
His headbutt.
It was. Was it Saad?
Saad was on there for sure, but either way, we had almost a handful of guys on there at one point. Had no Shen, and then I think we also lost Huso. I can't remember the kid that came up in Huso's spot, but he actually looked really good. So, but we got Sonny back now, and the people are starting to come back healthy. So it's exciting. It's hard to look into a young season when you had so many injuries and COVID. That stuff's just getting annoying now, but. Hopefully everyone just is staying healthy, and we could go on a nice little run. That game the other night though, that was exciting. So
yeah, most definitely. So like I said, the biggest thing is just getting everyone healthy and hopefully COVID free, so we can get some more consistent play, and then we can see the best of this Blues team. Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy Smoooth, along with
Jobo.
Make sure y'all go ahead and give us a like, a follow, everything. Go on Facebook, go on Twitter, go on Instagram. Follow us now on Roku TV. Put in the Platform Sports Talk Show. See us on there. A lot of great content, a lot of great interviews like we will have later on and the 8 o'clock hour. So get ready, stay tuned. Right now, we about to bring in the homie. Talk a little WWE. She is our WWE enthusiast, our WWE everything. When I say this woman knows her stuff, this woman knows her stuff. And I got to give her a shout out too, because her, Joe, Annie, and then later on, Coach Stringer did a wonderful job last month for Ladies Night, which is back next week as well. So wonderful job by them. Great job by them. They just told me their plans. I said, let me know. I got y'all. I'll get y'all whatever y'all need. I got it. And they held it down. And without any further ado, everyone show some love to the one and only Miss Sharita Washington. What's going on?
Yo, gang, gang.
Gang. Welcome back to the big show as of now, because y'all may just take over, in a matter of months.
We became the big show last week.
I'm just saying, y'all may just take over the spotlight. Hey, it's a wrap, man. Let me go just fall back to my producer role, and that's it. Miss Williams says hi, Sharita.
Hey.
So I'm not sure if you knew, but me and Miss Williams, we both shared a birthday last Wednesday.
Oh, happy belated to both of you.
Thank you. How have things been your way?
You know what? I won't complain at all. Got to go to New York for a week last week for work, so that was amazing. And now I'm just settling back in the house, so no complaints whatsoever.
Hey, New York. Yeah, my wifey and I, we just came back last week. We was gone from last Thursday till this past Sunday. We went to Florida, Marcos Island, and had a wonderful time, man. It was crazy. If y'all haven't seen my page, we did parasailing. We shot a music video. We big time now. Shouts out to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Like DJ Khaled.
I you know what I want to. So the next time to go out to a beach, jet skiing is gonna be the number one thing. The first thing that I do. Outside of it. Yeah, and we're gonna take the photos, videos, and the whole nine. We're gonna have a good time because I had to do jet skiing. Wifey has already done it. Shouts out to Mrs. Saunders. But she's already done the jet skiing before. Told me a crazy story about that, but I'll leave it there. But yes, I do want to do the jet skiing so bad, so definitely stay tuned. But
Look, Joe, what's in the cup? What's in the cup?
Oh, yeah, tell us.
Brewski.
But
select. I've been not drinking it during the weekdays, but Thanksgiving's tomorrow. Cleaning up, we cooking. We're on the show tonight, so
let's go
this week, and then obviously I'll be drinking something for Ladies Night next week. But
Joe, I'm the wrong person. You don't got to defend your cup for me whatsoever.
I know the beer's the main reason I'm keeping this mommy weight on, so I'm trying to slow it down a little bit.
and Sharita, Stan and I was over at Joe's house. This is like right before COVID hit, I believe.
Okay.
This is like 2019 now.
It was literally the day Brendan got sent home with his work stuff.
Yeah, so we checked out the crib. She stays out in the boondocks, and but she had like this huge keg, and since she had like all these different was it moonshine or something? Like you had all kinds of drinks over there.
You
Joe
and Stanley drinking from you guys got the gas can.
yeah. She had a drinking from actual miniature gas cans. I mean, it was dope. It was strong.
I'm down for vibe. Can I get invited, Joe? I'll bring something.
No, we'll have to do like a ladies' night over here or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I look forward to that show. Let me see. Got the comment. Miss Williams says she has her glass of wine. Hey, there we go. So now this bottle does say sparkling ice and it has lemon lime, but I did add some coconut rum in here.
Ooh.
So yes, I'm definitely gonna be feeling
what
really
about
good
you,
later
Sharita?
on.
I'm kicking the holiday off early. I got eggnog with some apple brandy mixed with it. So
hey, okay, so question. So do you get the regular eggnog or do you get the Evan Williams bourbon eggnog? Okay, now let's get right into it. Yes, because T-Bone Funk, a friend of the show, a former And Sharita, I had to make sure we have a show in which T-Bone is on so he could join us because he's a huge wrestling fan. He's a former professional wrestler himself. He just opened up his own company in Orlando, Florida that just had their own first wrestling production 2 weeks ago. I'm going to send you a link so you can check it out. But T-Bone Funk, he's a big avid wrestling fan. So let's get right into it real quick. The reason why I want to get you on in regards to some WWE talk, there's been a lot of moving and shaking over this last like month and a half.
I love
what
all
the hell?
I'm sorry. Cut them off. I'm sorry. Nobody likes a too fatty of a steak, and we're finally getting a good serving of what's going on. The last round of cuts, I mean, I already told you, I'll be the person who will piss people off, in my opinion. They weren't worth keeping. Like, I'm sorry, even Nia Jax to an extent. No, I'm sorry. There's not a single person on that list. Mind you, it's not that I'm excited that people are losing their jobs. That's not where I'm coming from. But y'all got to find something else to do because that was not it for you. Eva Marie overstayed her welcome after 1 minute of being on camera, so nobody was sad about that. Right. Who was John Morrison without the Miz? Unemployed. So I'm not hurt over that. The people who they kept, I'm honestly, even from Survivor Series to last night's Raw, I think that's the first time I didn't have a complete letdown from the pay-per-view to the next live show. So I mean, I'm happy. Sorry.
So what about the situation with Hit Row? Because pretty much it was like after they let go of what was her name from Hit Row?
The girl with the braids.
Yeah. B Fab was her name. So
yeah, B Not. I wasn't a fan. Like they were cool at NXT. They flopped on their premiere to main TV. I think they're like one of the. They must have been like No Limit Soldiers once upon a time because nothing they did was on beat. I'm sorry, I was not a fan. I'm sure that if their introduction wasn't so piss poor, I probably would have paid more attention to their wrestling matches. But I was too taken aback by them literally being the black version of John Cena when he was in Thugonomics, and John Cena was already a knockoff of whatever 90s rap person he thought he was once upon a time. So Hit Row was a hit and miss. Sorry. Like
it seems to me, and it seems from what I've been getting from the sources, was that after B Fab got let go, she was part of like their theme song. So WWE wanted to on their own redo their song over, but the group itself, Ashanti, Top Dollar, and Swerve, they did their own thing and went to the studio and recorded their own version of it and wanted to present it and do their own thing while also complaining about B Fab being gone. And that's when the McMahon was like, you know what? Let's cut them too. Like you said, they may not have had a great start. A lot of people from the NXT really haven't had a great start coming up. As soon as they get brought up, don't know if it's a fault of theirs or if it was McMahon trying to change them. But like you said, it's been people who just not really getting that time. And why keep them on if they're not going to bring butts to seats or money in the pockets, you know?
I mean, to your point, it's like when you go from good management to a bad manager, right? You go from Triple H running your show, letting you have more creative freedom, letting you do what you are passionate about, to as soon as you sign that next contract, you property of Vince McMahon, and we already know he's losing it. So I don't really fault Hit Row for not having a great gimmick in my perspective. I think that they stereotyped them too hard, and it wasn't something that mainstream television watchers wanted to see. If they're really worth their weight in their talent, they'll end up at AEW and they'll be fine. So we'll see how that goes.
And for those who are big fans of the WWE, let us know your thoughts on what's going on right now. Do you feel like the product is getting better now that they're releasing talent for budget cut reasons, as they say? What are your thoughts on Survivor Series? What's been your thoughts on the recent SmackDown and Raw? I mean, for real, to me, Roman Reigns can't do no wrong. Am I right or am I wrong?
Oh God, no. He's an Adonis of the ring. Like there's nothing that man can or can't do. Thanks in part to being teamed up with Paul Heyman. I mean, whether you buy into whatever the hell Paul has up his sleeves with Brock Lesnar now not being suspended or not indefinitely suspended, it kind of is what it is. I'm more irritated because my theory about The Rock is anytime we get a good storyline going, The Rock has a movie come out and then he's back on screen. And what just happened this week?
The damn golden egg.
And mind you, when The Rock was a full-time wrestler, I was a fan of The Rock. I even downloaded on LimeWire the song he did with Wyclef Jean. I was a full The Rock fan. But then you start messing with my stories, and I'm my auntie when you walk across the TV during General Hospital. And that's what The Rock does when he has a new movie come out and he got to get back in the screen. And for all I know, knowing Vince, that's probably built into his release. So I don't know if it's The Rock that I'm mad at or the contract, but we finally got decent programming. Roman is low-key undefeated. And to be honest, he doesn't need The Rock to get put over. Like, it's going to be a waste of TV for me, honestly, unless they have a damn good storyline leading up to it and a damn good exit strategy when it's over. Because we all know when The Rock comes back, he's not back to stay. So I don't know. I'm ready to see what they do with it. Naturally, I'm going to watch it. But I'm already 2 thumbs down on bringing The Rock back. And you can no comment me again on that one, but I'm just too diehard of a fan that I would rather you come back with a little bit more respect and a little bit more time than just show up the movies out of the theaters and then you give the belt back. And then we act like nothing happened for the past 2 months.
Just so you know, it'll happen again next year because Black Adam comes out next year, which
I'm
ecstatic about. So,
no. And that's what me and Joe will be watching wrestling together because she'll be
I will say
And
that movie on Netflix with him was pretty funny though.
it was good. Yeah, Red Notice, it was good to me. Yeah. We enjoyed it. Wife and I, we enjoyed it. But someone else who agrees with you, Sharita, Paul Heyman. He said that Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 38, will be more of a box office than The Rock versus Roman Reigns. You agree?
Absolutely. Like, you know what? That's the highest compliment you could ever give me is I'm on the same page as Paul Heyman. Like, that is a man I would have a dream about what is happening right now. If y'all could set me up with some sort of one-on-one podcast with Paul Heyman, I've got questions on questions on questions that I would love to hear from that.
Stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned.
We'll talk about RK Bro. I feel like we're not giving enough shine to whatever the hell concoction that is Matt Riddle and Randy Orton. I've never seen Randy have so much fun in and out of the ring, and he's still that guy with a smile on his face, which I think that we thought Randy had to be a bad guy or the Stone Cold-ish, Stone Cold-esque type wrestler to keep his edge and to stay entertaining. And obviously the guy's got a hell of a lot more skill and entertainment than we gave him credit for when he was just the legend killer. And to be honest, whoever thought of Matt Riddle dressing up as Randy Orton is on my Christmas. Like, that was the most incredible piece of opening that Raw has seen in a long time. And then for him to win and Randy hand him the mustache that fell off his face was perfect for me.
Got a comment from T-Bone. So you think The Rock is less than Brock in box office? That's wrestling bubble talk. So
I would like to know where I said that because that's interesting. I didn't even say them in the same sentence. So appreciate the creativity in listening. Honestly, I'm not a fan of either one. I was excited, like I was there when Brock Lesnar came back. You're using regularly loosely considering The Rock is rarely there. So we'll agree to disagree on that. If we're comparing it to how often The Rock comes back, everyone's regular. Vince McMahon is regularly on Raw compared to how often The Rock comes back. But I'll be honest, like Brock Lesnar coming back out of nowhere was a rush to be there and see it happen. And I'm not gonna lie, if I was there in person and The Rock's music hit, I would lose my fucking mind. But it's not something that I look forward to. I don't watch Raw every day wondering when The Rock's gonna come back. So I mean, everybody watches it for their own reasons. So I'm not gonna debate over perspective. If that's what you want to see, that's what you want to see. But that's what I was asked, and I'm not for it.
And it was something I wanted to bring up because you brought it up earlier in regards to Brock. But so the Undertaker, he said in the interview last week that he didn't feel that Brock Lesnar should have been the guy to break the streak back in New Orleans WrestleMania. I forgot the number. You probably know what the number was. I think it was it 30, 32, something like that. But he was saying that he felt Brock should not have been the guy. He wished that it would have been Roman Reigns.
Are you asking what I think about his comment or what I personally would have wanted to see between the two?
Both.
Considering that came from the man whose streak was broken, all respect to whoever the Undertaker really wanted to lose that to. And that speaks mounds on what Taker thought of Roman Reigns before we even saw the potential he had. That was back when he was allowed to say 2 words for promo. I'm glad that the buildup happened the way it did, because if Roman Reigns would have been the person to break the streak, I don't know if he would have been able to build the fan base as well and sustain it as he had. He would have been the guy that we didn't know, didn't like, could barely keep up his stamina, and would have broken the streak. The little girl that got pissed when Daniel Bryan lost his belt to The Miz, like, we all would have had that face. So I think Brock Lesnar was the right personality to break the streak. Roman Reigns, we got to go through this ride with him. And I mean, we got to love him as a good guy, appreciate him as a true face, go through personal stuff with the guy, have true empathy for what he was going through personally, because we were bought into him as a character. And then he came back and we stayed on this freaking ride where he was a loved character, and now people love to hate him. And to be honest, that's a balance not many wrestlers have been able to do successfully. So I appreciate that the Undertaker would have preferred it been Roman Reigns, because that speaks to he saw what we see now back then. I appreciate that it was Brock Lesnar, just because I don't know how many personalities could have realistically pulled that off without us calling BS to the potential and reality of breaking the Undertaker streak. I don't know what other wrestler on the roster would have been able to physically do that, and we believed it as a match. So I guess both for me.
So T-Bone Funk was saying that you said that you thought Brock would be bigger than Rock at WrestleMania.
Okay, I wasn't sure which B he meant to keep on there. Okay. I think that I just don't want to see The Rock. I think that's what I was saying. However you want to interpret it, kudos. I just don't want to see The Rock, to be honest with you. If they're going to bring him back, they're going to bring him back. We're going to watch it. I'm not going to not watch the match if The Rock comes back. I just like watching the true character development, people who have been there nonstop. So for me, it's not a conversation of The Rock versus Brock. That hasn't been my conversation. That's not my conversation or stance now. I'm saying that right now, I just wouldn't want to see The Rock. I think Roman's doing fine without it. If they could be damn creative and make it a truly authentic looking family battle for the head of the table, cool. We're all going to watch it. It's just my personal preference that I wish they would spend time developing real characters that are there right now. The Rock is amazing. We know The Rock's amazing. The Rock's going to kick everybody's ass, because The Rock always kicks everybody's ass. If Roman Reigns wins, that's hard to say. Then
right, say that 5 times fast.
I can say it once, obviously. If Roman Reigns wins, he doesn't need that to be sustainable. Like, he's already proven with all the other odds he's beaten that he can do this with or without fighting his cousin. But I mean, ratings is what Vince McMahon wants. True, like, Rock fans do want to see him come back. And I mean, the same thing I told you, like, when I took my daughter to SummerSlam and, like, she got to see people in person that I grew up watching. I mean, people want their kids to experience watching The Rock and talk about how great he was when, he had the loud ass flashy shirts. So, I mean, do it for the kids, do it for the generations. Just don't do it for Shrita.
So a few more questions before we let you go. And thank you once again for taking the time to join us as well, Sharita. Definitely appreciate it.
No, it's been take me back anytime.
So I think you probably seen what happened in the blogs or on social media, whatever. that Seth Rollins got attacked during Monday Night Raw. Of course, it wasn't shown on live TV, but it's videos everywhere. What are your thoughts on seeing that happen to him? Because like he's been having some issues with fans at live events over the last few years.
I mean, that's character development. He's built it up that people really want to fight him in real life, and they think they can take him. That's the interesting part.
Right.
It's like at the Hall of Fame when you attack somebody who could be the age of your grandfather behind the scenes. This is Seth freaking Rollins. I mean, we can question the drip, but the athleticism is going to take that ass down. So it speaks to how well he's built his character that somebody really tried to jump that barricade. I just thought an interesting plot twist would be if we found out next week that was somebody from NXT or a returning champion. Like if they built it up and did it the way they did, and it's somebody that we really recognize. But I mean, attacking Seth Rollins just adds more swag to Seth Rollins. And I'm honestly all for the anti-face that they've made him because he's so obnoxious. I love him. Like Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are the it couple that you hate seeing but love watching.
I loved Becky Lynch's promo this past Monday, how she went off on the crowd for not showing the ladies love during that 5-on-5 match when they were doing the wave and doing different chants and stuff like that during that match, and how she tried to like flip it around as a heel, saying, well, I agree with you because ain't no one, here better than I am. But I love how she drew attention to the crowd not respecting women wrestlers like they did Sunday night. And then how she was right there backstage looking out when Seth was getting attacked. Like she was about 2 seconds for coming out there like, yo, you don't want none of this. But it's good to see. I just wonder how they're going to implement that in regards to the creative writing, because fans seeing now on social media what Becky Lynch did, how she was there for her guy. Will she have to change her persona again? Because remember how she came out 2 years ago with this heel persona, but everyone loved her so much that she came the man, and they had to like change up the script a little bit because they wanted her to be a heel and having to get booed like crazy like she is now. But she got praised for it. Do you think that may work the other way around now because of the love she got for standing up for Seth Rollins, that she may get treated differently and not get booed as much?
I think Becky has excelled pissing people off, so we're gonna forget that happened at some point. Honestly, I think that she's walking the line of being an asshole and a new mother so well. She's gonna gain fans just because she finds ways in promos to talk so much shit and then slide in the fact just had a baby, like new mom on deck, but I will take your name today. So I mean, she's really built up her character development. I mean, she's come a long way from those funky ass goggles and the leather cape that she was running around in. So I mean, I think that we already see the nuances that Seth and Becky, if they're not together, they're shopping together. Like you already see the swag kind of blend between the two. I'm not sure if they're gonna actually put them together. We rarely saw that with Bianca and Montez. So I'm interested to see how they're going to paint the story, but they're doing damn well keeping them separated and keeping them entertaining individually. So I'm just as interested as you are for that one.
My last question for you, your thoughts on AEW recently. I saw a tweet or a comment from Ric Flair in which he feels that now over this time, over the last 2 months now, that the Daniel Bryan, the CM Punk, they're not keeping the hype like they did when they first started off. Like, do you feel like this fading away, them being on AEW? Cause I know you're a huge CM Punk fan. Like, if he came to your house, knocking on the door, you're like, come on in. You know what I'm saying?
House. That's the big of a fan I am.
Right.
Forgive me for laughing, but Ric Flair judging anybody not keeping up with the times is the pot calling the kettle black. I mean,
woo!
I love Ric Flair. He's timeless. He can woo until 2036, but your whole persona is being the drunk old guy who's now Charlotte Flair's dad. Like, recently that's been your character nonstop. So, I mean, let's give a little bit of forgiveness from the legend that these individuals came back to fight. I think that Daniel Bryan and CM Punk have already proven themselves on mic. They've already proven that they have that je ne sais quoi to like cut a promo and then rip somebody a new one. I think that right now, both of those gentlemen are just in a stage to prove themselves physically to themselves. I think they're here for their fans. They want to keep the people who have always appreciated them during their presence and during their absence. I talked last time that I was hoping they wouldn't mess up bringing back CM Punk and Bryan. I honestly thought Bryan shouldn't have came back because I am concerned that he's going to break something he can't get back one day. But I think CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are just here to prove something to themselves. So, I mean, if that's their only MO, let them do it. I mean, everybody can't have a song with Amigos, Rick. I don't know what you want from them, bro.
So T-Bone Funk earlier said they dropped the ball with Punk and Bryan. If you can further elaborate real quick, T-Bone, let us know. And then to clarify to me, he stopped being a fan of the WWE in 2008 when Bubba and Devon trained us to look things as a business. So it's hard to look at it differently. So, and yeah, because he's been like behind the scenes, T-Bone. He's been doing like different classes with Devon in the past, stuff like that. So it's just getting that knowledge of wrestling and everything behind the scenes. So he definitely has a lot of input in regards to that. But ladies,
exchange. He's got the background, and I just see what's on TV. So I mean, I appreciate the feedback.
Yep. So, ladies, one thing that I want to ask you both before you both leave and we bring in our special guest, Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? Joe, you up first.
Mia and Brendan, really, my family, but very thankful that we have Mia now. She's going to be a year old in less than a month, and honestly, that's all I can say. I just love them, and so yeah, it's exciting.
Last but not least, Miss Sharita.
Of course, Carmen, my little 6-year-old genius. I do have to say that recently my aunt just helped me move my mom in to take care of her because she's I think for anybody who missed any of my hints back in the other shows, my mom wasn't doing too well. So my aunt wanted to step in and kind of take some things off my plate and take care of my mom full time, where I was doing it for the past year or so. So I'm definitely thankful for my family in Detroit for recognizing that I was hitting a wall and that they wanted me to focus on being a mother than being a caretaker. So I appreciate the F out of my family for helping me try to balance out and then make sure my mom was still in, good hands.
Yeah, and I know that we've had, previous talks about your situation with your mom and everything, and you recently moving. So that's awesome news to be able to hear that your auntie, has came through to help you out, take a load off for you because you're going through a big transition. And hopefully your mom is getting better. But yes, it's a whole lot to be thankful for. And I am thankful for you, Sharita, and for Joe being vital parts to the platform Sports Talk show and leading the ladies' night along with Annie, along with, of course, Bunny. Shouts out to Purple Rain. She ain't been on in a minute because she's been busy doing her thing, but shouts out to her and Coach Stringer. Y'all have been incredible. I'm so thankful for y'all. And I want to make sure y'all have a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving. And y'all have a great one. And I got to get ready for y'all for next week.
I forgot to say that. This show every Wednesday has been fun. So yeah, I really like it. It's been going for almost 2 years now, or a year and a half for me, or whatever. But yeah, it's always fun to come onto the show every week, and obviously ladies' night now. But so yeah, Sharita, I'll see you next week. Fred, I'm sure I'll talk to you in the meantime, and you guys have a great holiday. Enjoy the family.
All right, happy holidays, y'all. See y'all next week.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. Once again, that's the Platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy Smoooth. Now it is that time for all those watching for the first time. Thank you very much. This show has been going on strong 4 years now. 4 years. And as I said before, follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, now on Roku TV. check out our previous shows. Incredible guest. And tonight it does not change. This guy here, I've known this guy now for almost a year, I would say, or maybe over a year. But we recently became closer because of my marriage to my wonderful wife, Mrs. Jamie Saunders. And I consider this guy a bro, as his wife calls me her bro. So it's definitely all love. But this guy here, I read an article today when I was checking out his stats and everything. And the article said how he's probably in this man's eyes like the number 2 best linebacker in Mizzou history. And then I see here that he's all-time leading tackler at Mizzou. He was a team captain. He was a team MVP. He was first-time all Big 12 before they went, of course, now to the SEC. He's an All-American. He's a Butkus Award candidate. He signed a free agent contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars and was on the practice squad for the Jaguars. He is a family man. Just welcomed in a new addition. He's a girl's dad. He's a girl's dad, y'all. So when I heard 2 girls, I'm like, I got one now. 2 girls. Woo! I'm praying for you, bro. I'm praying for you. But he's really big on family, really big on fitness, as you will see later on throughout this show. Everyone, go ahead and share this stream right now, no matter where you at. Bring them comments, bring them questions, bring them funny stories to a good dude who, once again, I consider a brother now as well. Without any further ado, Mizzou's finest on the platform Sports Talk Show, Mr. James Kinney. James, what's going on, brother?
What's up, bro, man? I love that intro, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, man, that's what I do. I don't get paid for it, but I need to. This is what I do. But, hey, it's a pleasure to have you on, man. I know we wrapped a while back about getting on the show and, had our official talk when I met you in person a few months back before my now wife and I let y'all know our plans for 9/11.
Right.
And it's like we just got closer, man. Like I said, to me, you're a brother. And we talk about this later on about fitness and everything. But I definitely want to say now, you and Fong have been a great inspiration for me. And, of course, for my wife, as the Saunders trying to get up there with the Kinneys. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. We happy to see what y'all doing. You and Jamie both going hard. You got Pops hitting it too hard now. So hey,
yeah,
we love it. We love to see that stuff.
So we got a few people showing you love. So who was L Wentz?
That's my little brother.
There we go. So shouts out to you. And then who is Mariah K?
That's my daughter, my oldest, the 9-year-old.
There we go. I see that the numbers are increasing because they see you on here. So everyone keep on sharing right now. Let's go. We want to give this man the flowers that he deserves. That's what this show is all about. Interviews like this and much more on the platform Sports Talk Show. Let's have fun with this, man. How have you been?
I've been good, man. COVID definitely changed up my lifestyle a little bit, but we just we adapted and kept it moving. I can't complain. I'm blessed. Like you said, I have a new baby daughter, just born on the 2nd. So she's keeping me on my toes, trying to get naps when I can. You know how that goes with a newborn in the house. But we've been waiting for a long time for our second child. So we just extremely blessed. We on cloud 9. I don't think we coming down.
There we go. Shouts out to Portia Mitten says, "Hey James."
Hey,
Shayla Mills, OKKK, bro. I like it. OKKK. And then who I call my SAW, keeping up with the Kinneys, the wifey.
So what is SAW? Me and Fawn been trying to figure it out. I'm gonna see if we got it right.
And see,
can you share it? Can you share it?
So someone else asked the question too. And when I said on social media, she was like, I knew that was it. But SAW is sexy ass wife.
There it is. We got it.
That's what's up. Yes. Man. Man, you know what? The comments are coming in. I'm loving it, man. Look at this. Strategic Studios.
That's
Nothing
awesome.
but love, man. Hey,
What's
I
up?
love
What's
it.
up, Quantity? What's up, man? Appreciate all y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, this is what the platform Sports Talk Show is all about, man. So many people have stories to tell. Everyone has seen what they see on TV, or in the whatever social media, but they don't know what goes on behind it. What goes on from the process of starting to the grind to what you're doing now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this show is about. We're gonna definitely dig in. Denario Moore, I see you, big bro.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Let's see. Eric Crockrell, looking great, son. Let's see. Gwen Clemens. There we go.
Yes.
Let's see.
What's up,
Styles Fury. I'm loving it. What's good,
what's
bro?
up, bro?
Keep it coming, y'all. I got y'all covered. This is being broadcast all around the world, y'all. So y'all famous. Y'all famous, man. So enjoy the comments as they keep on rolling in, man. I love it right now. It feels good. Let's get right into it. The question that we love to ask people on this show now, we are from St. Louis. So normally you would think it's what's your high school, whatever. But for us, for the Sports Talk Show, I like to always ask, when would you say that you fell in love with sports?
Man, I can remember being 5 or 6. A big Chicago Bears fan, and Walter Payton was my man. And I remember, if you probably remember this, they had those little cheap little football uniforms you used to get, little helmet.
Right.
Man, me and my brothers and my friends, we'd be all having them on outside playing throwback tackle and basketball. We always were outside, so competing, and I would say probably 5 or 6. I mean, I just love watching the game. I love playing it. Give me a ball, give me a court, and we out there till the light come on, till we got to come home for dinner. Drinking out the hose. You had to bring us in. You had to make us come in the house back then.
Man, and it sucks because kids nowadays can't really experience that feel because you're worried about if your child's going to make it back home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Back when we were younger, it was easy for us to be outside all day, be in the street, playing football, playing baseball, playing whatever it is that you love. And like, for instance, my late grandmother, when I was staying out in U City, I used to be out all day long until you heard Frederick. I was like, oh, gotta go. Right. Gotta go in and eat, whatever. Be outside all day. But now we're concerned about even letting our kids be outside long enough or have them go past the front of our house because of what's going on now in this world.
Yeah, and that's conversations I have with a lot of my friends. Like, we feel bad for the kids today because I feel like they're being cheated. Like you said, we got to go outside, hone our craft. We got to play, compete against the older kids all day. That's how we got better. We was out there playing against grown men, when we was 10, 11, 12. So it just made you that much tougher. And then we was physically fit. I mean, if we talk about fitness and, that's another passion of mine. You look at a lot of these kids, what's going on. The only exercise they getting is if they do got PE, and that's what, 20, 30 minutes a day. So, they stuck in front of the computers, in front of the cell phones, in front of the video games. So I feel bad for the kids. So that's why I go out my way, trying to make sure my daughter, she's active every day. She's doing something every day, whether it's working out or a bike ride, treadmill. She does something, and she's enjoying it because she sees, me and her mom doing it, and it's just a way of life in my household. We don't. It's not punishment or nothing like that. She kind of falling in love with fitness as well.
Yeah, exactly, Miss Williams. Be gone all day long and then come on home when about to get dark outside. Like they say, when the lights come on, you better bring your butt back in the house.
Right. Yep.
Better bring your butt in the house. Let's go. But yeah, man, you just wish that people nowadays can really experience just being outside and feeling free. Not being and not having fear,
Right.
But hopefully in time things can change for the better. What would you say is your first sport that you fell in love with?
I would say basketball. Just growing up and watching in the 90s, watching all them Jordan, the Bulls, that excitement they had, that I never seen no buzz like that. you know, the 90s, the Chicago Bulls. I mean, I was an avid I love basketball. You know, I would go to the courts all the time and play, and that's definitely my first love.
Yeah, I definitely would say, to me, my first love was basketball. Then over time, baseball started creeping up. And I'm like, and now, like, I have a more of a love, just a little bit more for baseball than, but it's like neck and neck. You know what I'm saying? Can't go wrong with either or. But yeah, I definitely feel you. In the Bulls, yes, that was my team, man. A huge Bulls fan. Of course, Jordan. Just those years. And just imagine if Jordan didn't retire those 2 years.
Right. And like yeah, it was amazing. The league was crazy then, but them guys was like the Beatles. They was rock stars. And like I said, we've had great runs and other teams do other things, but that they was the first to really rock out with it. And they had all them personalities, and they just Jordan, they took it to another level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great times. And looks like now, and our other co-host Stan, who once again not on the show tonight, but he's a huge Bulls fan. He has not stopped, even once Jordan left from them in '98. He's still been a Bulls fan to the heart, and he's definitely excited now because of how well the Bulls are playing. He hasn't been this excited since the Derrick Rose years, you know, Joakim Noah and all them. So he's definitely excited right now.
They're looking tough right now, man. Ball and Zach and bringing over what's my man name? That came from San Antonio.
DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, yes. Yeah, they looking good right now.
Yep, looking good. So basketball. So when did football come into play?
Well, like I said, like when I was young, we played it all the time, but I just didn't play organized. I didn't play organized football till 5th grade. I didn't play organized basketball until 8th grade because we played it, played in the neighborhood all day.
Right.
So, but football definitely, when I got in there in the fifth grade, my first year, and then I played, and then I started putting on that size, and I just love hitting people and running people over, and basketball was fun, but you get in them football games, it's not like when you lay somebody out or you run somebody over, that crowd, it hit different than a basketball game.
So speaking of which, into football, like you just said, when you get that hit or when you get hit, what was your thought process when you first got tackled or you first tackled somebody else?
I don't know. Like I said, when I first got into the game, I had to learn everything. I didn't know how to block, the basic skills. We just was in the backyard playing. So, that first time you crunch somebody though, and your friends go crazy, or if you have practice like that, it gets addicting. You want to keep doing it. You want to keep smashing. Well, how did I do that? Oh, I'm just going to run through this person and see what happens. So it just get addicting. Like anything, like you dunk on somebody or, you cross somebody over, like you just live to do that again and keep trying to duplicate it.
Right. I feel you on that. It kind of reminds me like when you play Madden and you had like that hit stick. Right. You hit that button, you be like, ooh, like the adrenaline rush, like you did it yourself for real. Like, ooh, I just like somebody clean out. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. So who would you say were some of the people that you grew up with that helped you along the way in regards to sports, getting better in basketball or getting better in football?
First my parents, they took me to practice. They put the work in to, make sure I was there, made sure I took it serious. My mom was like, hey, she always said, I never wanted to quit anyway, but she was like, if you sign up for something, you're going to play to the end of the year. I don't care if you get in there and you don't like it. So, first my parents were just, teaching me hard work, preparation, dedication. I mean, everything. Mom made sure we ate right. She was doing her research back then in the 80s and 90s when it really wasn't no Google. So she was
right.
She wasn't no football player or basketball player, but she did everything she could to make sure I was prepared. And then I had older family members that played ball that I looked up to, and I had a good group of friends around me, and we all pushed each other. We all challenged each other, and that's one thing I never had an issue with was working hard and putting the work in. It just, when I was doing those things, sports, working out for sports it was never work for me. I love doing it, so I know that came with it. So you never had no issue with me showing up to practice or going 100% or doing everything the right way. That's just the way I live my life. Then, you know, I just handle business.
I feel you on that, man. And so you feel like pretty much you didn't actually have that feel of intimidation or fear as you were playing sports. Was that pretty much instilled from your parents or your father, or who would you say?
Yeah. Oh yeah. My parents again. Yeah. Where I grew up, if you were scary, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today. I'm just be honest with you. You know, like I always been tough, always been strong. I've never had that issue. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't scared of nobody. You put your pants on just like I do. So we'll line it up and see what happens.
Right. Let's go.
Every aspect, not just sports. That's in life. Like I'm not scared of no man. I'm not fearing no man.
Man, I love it. I love it. I hope y'all listening, people. If y'all want to be a star and do some big things, can't go in with that fear. You gotta, like you said, put the pants on the same way I do, unless you an alien or something. Something other than that, let's go, man to man.
Hey, and I'm gonna get an alien to run too. I ain't worried about it.
Here we go. Bring it on. All right, so let's talk about it now. What high school did you go to?
I went to Kinney High School, and I want to shout them out right now. They playing for the state title Saturday. If I didn't have this newborn, I'll be there. I'm kind of upset I can't make it, but I can't leave the wife that long to go watch them play. But yeah, Kinney High School, Kinney, Illinois. Them boys 5A. They're gonna win that state title Saturday.
That's what's up. I have two friends from college who currently live in Kankakee. I've been out there, I think maybe once or twice years back in my college years. So shout out to the Butler boys, Aaron and Cameron.
Man,
you
my guys, man.
Really?
Yeah, Aaron. Me and Aaron the same age. Cameron older than me, but yeah, we all grew up together. That's a small world, man.
Yeah. So yeah, we went to Harris Stowe together. That's how I met Aaron and Cameron.
Okay.
I was playing for the baseball
let me tell
team.
you something. Since you just brought that up, I'm still mad at Aaron to this day because we would have won the state if he ain't quit.
Oh no.
Hey, Aaron quit. No, I'm probably jumping around. I don't want to, but listen. So we had 3 talented running backs, all D1. All 2 of us end up signing NFL contracts. The third would have too, but Aaron Butler quit because he wasn't getting no totes. It's already 3 of us over 1,000 yards. There's no ball. It's only one football. So he was our starting corner too, or safety. And yeah, he quit because he wasn't getting no tick on offense.
Oh wow! And see, me and Aaron, we were so competitive when we went out like bowling. Yeah, we were so competitive. Playing video games, we were so competitive. So we always had that competitive thing, but we was mad cool. We had so much mad love for each other.
I hope you was spanking them too.
Oh, come on now! Come on now! He know what's up. Look, hold on, look. He know what's up.
Right.
But no, man, great dudes, man.
Yeah.
Both family
good
men.
Dudes.
So
good families. Yeah, they come from a good family, man. They good dudes.
I'm gonna try to reach out to them and send them this link to the show so they can watch it, and hopefully have a rebuttal to your claims.
This is all facts. You can read the comments; they already know.
Yeah, I see here.
Look, couple my partners on here from Kankakee, they tell you. But yeah, I'm happy. But back on my high school, I'm so happy for them guys, man. They gonna do it, man. They got a squad. My nephew playing, he going crazy. He got like 15 offers already. So just a junior, yeah. They live.
That's what's up, man. Kankakee, man. It's a cool little town. I think that was the first time I had a gyro was when I was on a Kankakee.
They must have took the boys.
Y'all had gyros everywhere, I believe. So I was exposed to that out there. Yeah. So go to the high school. What sports did you play there?
Football, basketball, and track. I ran track one season, but yeah.
Okay.
Basketball, track. Started basketball. I started freshman year. Then I got moved up and I played varsity. Started on varsity and didn't play my senior year. I just focused on football. I knew that was my ticket. So it's time to hit them weights tough. I ain't had time to be in there when my path was already set.
I got you. So what would you say was the highest level that you achieved while in high school playing sports? Did you win state any years that you were there?
No, we went to the playoffs my junior and senior year. I can't remember how far maybe quarterfinals. But yeah, that about the farthest we went with football. Like I said, we the thing about Kankakee back then was if everybody that should have played, it
would have been a wrap.
Yeah, we had a lot of guys, and I get it, you got to focus on your sport though, but a lot of guys on the basketball team that should have played that probably would have went D1. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of guys walking the hallways and that should have played but didn't for whatever reason. You got your, you caught up in a different type of lifestyle or whatever like that. But, like I tried to see I had the vision earlier that this can change my life. I was watching college football on Saturdays. Me and my cousin DeMajo, he probably on here, man. We be on there watching Jerome Bettis in Notre Dame, USC. We watching Florida State, Miami, them teams. And it just, man, I was like, I got to get out of here. I'm trying to go do something like that. And then we watched a movie. This is one of my favorite sports movies. And I'm going to see if this was a movie for you, but The Program.
Okay, yeah.
And you got to see how college football players do it, the pregame, traveling to the hotels and just, man, I just that type of stuff changed my life. Seeing that stuff at a young age, you know what I'm saying? Seeing them colleges and knowing, my parents saying, instilling to me, you need to go to college, you need to get an education. And that was it.
And going back to what you said about if guys who can play really did play, this comment right here, it was the same thing in my high school. I went to Vashon High School, so everyone knows about the V being big for basketball and everything. Right. But so many guys that were on the team or at the school, if they would have focused on inside the building,
right,
except for the streets, my God, even in different sports, it would have been so different. And it's still a problem to this day. Is the streets, man. They get too wrapped up in trying to do this and do that and not focus on what God has truly blessed you with, with that wonderful ability and everything. And, you look back like, dang, man, I should have really focused more on this, focused more on that. I could have gotten a scholarship like you did, could have probably, played professional, whatever, if you just would have took things more seriously, which I want to transition now, the recruitment process. So when was that moment in high school that the coaches, that yourself, that your family, they start realizing, man, wait a minute, this dude here could be special? When was that moment for you in high school?
It's a couple of them. It's one I had. My older cousin Alfie. He told me, he was like, man, I played at March. He said, man, you could play on Sundays, man. And I'm in high school. I'm just trying to make it to college. He said, man, I seen guys. He said, bro, you got it. You got everything. Then my older cousin Kevin, he just on there. He was older than me. And I seen him go through the process and go away to school. You know what I'm saying? Change his life, change his family life. So, and then just somebody telling me that actually been there and seeing people that's actually been there, believing in what I'm doing, in my skill. That was the first thing. And then the second thing is, when we finally could get letters, I go down. The coach called me down to the office. I walk in there, and I ain't lying. First time I get some letters, I got a shoebox full of all these schools. Like half of them handwritten, some of them just the basic stuff they type out, sending all the athletes. But my mailbox stayed crazy. The school mailbox crazy. Then them coaches start coming around to the school to practice and stuff like that. So that's when I knew I was on my way.
So continuing on in regards to the letters coming in, how did it make you feel getting so much attention, so much love, so many letters? Was it stressful for you? Was it stressful for your parents and family and friends who were involved in your decision making? Just that whole process as a whole, how stressful was it?
I think the beginning was not stressful. It was it really wasn't no stressful to me until I had to just decide where I was going to go. But it just was excitement. Like I said, I was that little kid that was watching these programs on TV, that was a fan of certain players at these schools, and just, man, they writing me. This little kid from Kankakee, like, they own me. You know what I'm saying? They want me to come to their school. They want me to, you know, come play for them. So it was pure joy, it's excitement. You know, this is what I worked my butt off for. You know, and then I can't really speak on if it was stress for my parents. I think it could have been, because you got to remember, I'm first generation going to college. You know, full scholarship, a big program, Division I. Besides, they went local school, but you know, we're talking about a major university here. We're talking about $100,000 scholarship on the line. So I think it was stressful for them, because there was no Google or YouTube. They could YouTube, like, what does a college, a high school athlete need to do to prepare for college? But my mom did great, man. She had her little briefcase. She had her notebook, all type of questions wrote out. My mom did a great job. She did a great job with that. And my stepdad too. Yeah, they did a great job getting me ready for all that stuff.
So during that recruitment process, as you said, you seen teams on TV. Who was that first coach that you was like starstruck? Like, man, this man is straight writing me a letter, or is in my house. This is crazy. I must be on playing NCAA football in my mind or something, you know. And this guy's here at my house.
I'll say the first coach. Like, I really wasn't. I didn't know. I knew like the big name coaches. So even though like big schools were talking to me, I like the coaches. I mean, it was surreal to have them big guys once you did some research on them in your house. But the first guy that I would say do that was Lou Holtz, because I grew up watching Notre Dame.
Legendary.
Everybody know who Lou Holtz was, and you get on the phone with Lou Holtz, and it was crazy. I'm like, man, this Lou Holtz on the phone. So yeah, that probably was the coach that did that for me at that point.
So with that being said, you got Lou Holtz. I'm sure you had, like you said, plenty of other coaches that came through and was trying to get your services. Why Mizzou?
There's a couple of reasons. Well, first of all, I didn't want to go too far from home. Like you hit on earlier, I'm big on family, so I wanted to go somewhere with my mom and my family. My brothers can come watch me play. You know, that wasn't that far. And then when I went on a visit there, I hit it off with the linebacker coach. He was a great coach. He played the NFL, college Hall of Fame. I'm like, man, if I'm gonna go play linebacker anyway, I'm gonna go play from this dude, because he's gonna teach me how to play the game. And that was my thing. I just basically, and then my visit there, I'm like, man, it's only 5.5 from the house. Cool. I got along with the players. I fit in good. It just was I don't know. For me, when I was going on them visits, I was trusting my gut a lot too. Some places I didn't feel comfortable right away. And in that place, I never got that feeling. The coaches, man, it just was a great time there. It was a great fit. I felt good there. The facilities was good. I was ready to go.
And that was during a time in which the Chase Daniel era already happened.
No, I'm pre that.
Oh, okay, pre that. Okay, so
yeah,
Brand Smith.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So that was during a time frame where Mizzou was starting to get more notoriety. Would you say around that time that you got there?
Yeah, we definitely we had a good group of guys, and we was there to change things, and we got it going. We at the bottom of the pyramid, but we turned it around, definitely.
Yeah, that's what's up. And then you got this comment here that you got to tell us a story about this. Tell the people what you did at Mizzou Camp.
Oh, that's another thing too. This is another reason why I chose Mizzou. I was comfortable there. I forgot to hit that. Thanks, Chuck. I appreciate that. So at the time, Mizzou had the only full contact summer camp. Okay. Right. So before my junior year, before my senior year, we come down here for camp. I mean, we got it on. I mean, it's schools from everywhere, because basically you get a whole, you get a week of pad practice that you couldn't get back then, because the high school rules, right? Mm-hmm. So it's teams from Georgia, Florida, you name it, they down there. So I get down there my junior year, don't nobody know us, don't nobody know me. So what they did was they invited kids that was recruiting, and then they would put like tape on the helmet. You know what I'm saying? So when they was filming, they could get the footage on the guy, right? So I see this good. They was hyping up this DN. So first play of the game, we run a running play, and I'm blocking on this play. Man, I laid that dude out, man. I'm talking about I killed him. So then after that, they come around with the tape, strap my helmet up. Then the golf cart was following me the rest of camp. They offered me on the spot. They offered me that year while I was in camp before my junior year.
That's dope, man. That's making an impact. Let them know, you know what? Let everybody know who I am. You know what I'm saying? You came through and boom, there we go. So continuing on in regards to Mizzou, you said it was the facilities. You said it was the coach, the linebacker coach that played in the league, had a good relationship. Kind of remind me of watching All-American. If you saw the show like on Monday, how Spencer James, he chose Toledo at first because of the coach there. Then the coach got let go. Then a different coach, you know what I'm saying, came through from a different school. Like, hey, I've been here to this school. I lived here, you know, in Compton or whatever. And, you know, it's a bond. So that's pretty much what you felt from that linebacker coach, was that bond that, you know what, I trust you with my life. Let's do this.
And his name Ricky Hunley too. But like you said, they ended up getting fired after my first year. So that was tough on me, because at the time I'm thinking, because at that time we didn't have no control as players. So if your coach got fired, you could transfer and not have to sit out a year. So in my mind, I'm like, man, I don't know who they finna bring in here, but I'm kind of comfortable. I just did my first semester. Grades is good. I got to move my stuff. Now I had my high school coach actually call a couple coaches for me, because I was really contemplating getting up out of there. Because I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know who was coming in and how that was going to work out for me. And like you said, I had that bond with that other coach, and I'm like, man, I want to learn the game from this dude. So I only got 6 months with him, and then they was out of there.
Right. So let's talk about culture change or big adjustment, because you're coming from Kankakee, small school, you know, small area, and now you're going to the University of Missouri. Your first day that you're stepping in to practice or just to the school in general, how big of a shift was that to you mentally? And then, of course, physically, knowing that you had to work out differently than how you did in high school to get ready for college?
Well, I'm gonna say, when I got to Mizzou, I was this size. I'm standing in front of you right now. So I was a girl. I remember doing physicals on my visits, and Mizzou in particular. Mizzou said this to me too. I'm in there with the doctors, and they check you out. You like a piece of meat. They want to see. They checking them knees, them shoulders, everything. A couple of them. What JUCO you from? What JUCO you from? I'm like, man, I'm 17 years old. I'm in high school. So like I said, I always went hard in the weight room. Like when I got to Mizzou, I was 215 pounds. 215 pounds. So just solid. I mean, I always worked hard. It was no adjustment there. I would say the adjustment was just the game was faster. It was way faster. I remember the first day at camp, we put on pads, and I ain't used to no linemen moving like that. In high school, you could mess around. You could take false steps. You can have a bad read and still make a play. You can make up for it with your speed and athleticism. But them guys know what they're doing. They fast, they moving, and you got to go. You can't be out there thinking like, what I got on this play, or take a wrong step. You take a wrong step, okay, that's a 5-6 yard gain that they got now, and you might not even make the play when you could have made it in the backfield or whatever. So I think that was the biggest adjustment, was the speed was different. But after a few practices, you adjust. Once you get your assignments down and you know what you're doing, then you can relax and play. Then you can let your athletic ability, kick in, your instincts.
Did you ever focus on, okay, you're playing at a small school, but now you're playing at a school that can have up to 60-something thousand people. Then you're going on the road. Some teams may have 80,000, 100,000 people. Did having fans in the stands matter to you, in regards to playing in between the white lines? Was that a big deal for you?
Now, only fans I cared about was my family being there. Like, and the crazy thing is, I'm sure you talk to other guests on here, when you on the field, you can't hear nothing. Like you hear your 11 and the 11 across from me. You might hear the rest if they saying something to you, but other than that, it's like you at the park playing, even though it's 60, 70, 80, 100,000 people out there. You really don't hear it. You know, you might do something to try to pump the crowd up. It might be third down, but I think it's louder when you actually in the stands. Like if I've attended games, it's louder when you watching than when you actually on the field.
Interesting. And for those who haven't played football before, but they see it on TV, talk to us from your point of view, playing in the rain and playing in the snow.
I think now I don't like playing in the rain unless it's summer rain. We talking about like it is today, 30, 40 degrees rain. That's tough because you wet the whole game. Feet wet. And it's cold, that wind lighting you up. I'd rather probably play in the snow than the rain. Unless, you know, light snow like that, you get a little wet, but not that rain. Now, if it's nice out, yeah, it's okay. And then especially with the you know, when I first got to school, we had a lot of schools had grass still. So that was tough to play on that. You slipping, it's hard to make tackles, get your feet under you. But with that field turf, light rain is cool. If it's a light rain, hey, I like it. You got grip, you ain't slipping around, so ain't too much adjust, especially me playing linebacker. I ain't got to really catch the ball like that. It's the receivers and running backs, they got to worry about that stuff. Will make our job a little bit easier playing defense. Might get the ball out or whatever.
Earlier, we were talking about how it wasn't really an adjustment for you and your body-wise, but I believe you showed me a photo, or someone showed me a photo of you back then where you really had like a nice body transformation because you all of a sudden got real lean. Who helped you out with that? What was your drive, your motivation, your inspiration, all that? Because that's an amazing transformation from that level from where you were then to what you end up being, especially with you being an All-American and the Buckets Award candidate and everything.
Right. You talking about as far as like what I look like today?
Right.
So, you know, basically I was 230, in between 230 and 240. I usually play about 230, 235, but after I got done playing, I'm walking around. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna knock nobody over, nobody running nobody. So I don't need to be walking around this big. You know, I need to get some of this pressure off my joints. So from there, I was like, let me just lose a couple pounds. And I just got to a weight. I just want to see where I was at, kind of like natural. Because I got into like kind of bodybuilding kind of big after I got done playing because I love to work out so much. So I stopped eating because when you bodybuild or anything like that, you eat to eat. You eat to hit a number. I got to hit this many calories. You know, them big yo guys, you eating a lot of food even when you full. You just eating. So I just was like, I'm going to eat off instinct. Like when I'm full, I'm done. I'm not going to just eat to get this many calories. So that just did it. And I still was active doing the same type of thing. So it kind of really was just changing up my eating.
Got you. So, and once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. This has been so far an incredible interview. I am your boy Smoooth, along with special guest
James Kinney.
He's ready. See, no rehearsal. He used to it, y'all. He used to the limelight. Let's go. Interview style, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, but continue to get them shares going, bring them comments. I got you. Eric has a question for you that I'm going to save for later, but it's a very good question in regards to linebacker, so stay tuned for that. Eric, I got you. All right, so going back to your time in Mizzou, what would you say was the highlight of your time at Mizzou?
I got a couple of. I think the first one when we beat Nebraska for the first time in I don't know how many years, and I had I think my best college game. I think I forced a fumble, recovered a fumble, had sack. Just a good game, maybe 9-10 tackles, and what happened was I felt the momentum when you on the field and you playing. You could feel like we were playing good. But I felt like Nebraska had made a few plays, and I felt the momentum shift. I actually felt it. So we got to the sideline after we had stopped them, or I don't know if they scored. They might have scored, and we got to the sideline, and I lost it on my teammates, but it fired them up. I just got in. I told them we ain't losing. And I had some other choice words for him I'm not going to use on the show. And I don't remember.
Oh, man. Come on. I was playing.
It was an out-of-body experience, really. You know, I threw a couple water bottles and, hey, man, it worked, though. You know, it wasn't scripted or nothing like that. It was all from the heart. And me and my guys, we went out there and we got that W, man. They ripped the goalpost down and everything. It was crazy. It was crazy.
And so it's funny you brought that up because I'm looking at an article that was done by Bill Connolly back in 2018. And he says here, in regards to yourself, he was only the second best player on the field. Well, excuse me, Brad Smith was the only second best player on the field. The best player was playing on the Mizzou defense, James Kinney. The game against Nebraska that you brought up earlier, you made 8 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, and a sack, and recovered both a fumble and forced another. So, dominant game that you had against Nebraska. And it was one of those games that really put Mizzou on that. Okay, wait a minute. This team ain't like no pushover. You know, like, hold on now, because especially being Nebraska during that time. Who was quarterback for Nebraska?
Oh, I can't remember his name. He was number 5, though.
It wasn't Couch. It was somebody
No.
else.
This was year after Couch. Yeah, Couch was gone already, but but getting back to like you said, our program needed wins like that. Like, you know, we can beat teams like this, teams that we, you know, kind of was getting stepped on, you know, in previous for the last however many years it was. We needed a big win like that, and then when you do, you know, other players start to believe, and then it just gets the ball rolling in the right direction. You belong on the field with them guys.
It was Jamal Lord.
Yeah. Yep.
There we go. Shouts out to Google. Whew, gotta love it. There we go. El Wentz said it right there.
Hey, that's the football hits, man. We can't remember too many names. We didn't have no concussion protocol when I was playing. There's just call to get your bell run. You just got back out there and kept it going.
And keep that thought too about concussions too. Definitely, because it's scary times right now with what you're seeing with like the Zach Stacy situation and other guys who are just, you know, going crazy right now. And I think a lot of it could be because of concussions. But we'll say that for later on. The question that I'm about to ask you next, excuse me, best and or worst stadium to play in.
Hey, and this is funny. They both in the same state. So I'm gonna start with the best first. Texas A&M to me. That stadium be rocking. They do that little sway thing, and it be moving. I never seen anything like it. I like playing there the best. I was like, man, I should have came to A&M. I need to play here more than just once a year.
Not
even once
because
a year.
A&M had like 100,000 people there. Correct?
Yes, and they do that. They do that sway. I mean, it's crazy. Have you ever watched a game on TV and you see it?
Yeah.
You got to just imagine being there. Like A&M, I thought was the best stadium that I played in. And then, of course, you know, if you're a college student, they kiss after every score. So you win and you bring a girl that you like up in there, you good to go. And then the worst, it's a tie. I'm gonna say Texas Tech. They had the worst. Man, they fans was terrible. Man, they threw eggs at us. They had some I ain't know they threw tortillas at us. I'm like, what is this? But they threw eggs at us. Yeah, I ain't get that. I mean, it was in Texas. I don't know, but they fans was crazy, man. Crazy. I mean, our coaches was getting hit with eggs. I don't even know how they brought all them eggs in there. They was lighting us up, man. So you on the sideline, you was like, you know, then you know when you come to the sideline, when you meet with your team to go over adjustment stuff, you close to, you know, where they at. So yeah, that was foul. And then of course Kansas, because they was our rival. So they'll put the student section right behind us and they be up in there talking stuff. But I still think Texas Tech edges Kansas out by a little bit.
Man, if I was in Texas Tech and they throwing out them tortillas or whatever, I would have had a big old bowl of queso. Let's go. I'm gonna eat it. I would show out and score a touchdown and then grab the ball in the end zone and just be eating.
Yeah, that Texas Tech was wild, man. And I think that I didn't like that city. I didn't like nothing about Texas Tech. I don't even know how they love it. It was. I ain't get no good vibe when we was down there. Yeah, not at all.
That's crazy. Is there a place that you wish you would have played at?
I wish I'd have played in the big house.
Man,
you know, in college, I think that would have been great.
I know that's right. Michigan, man. Then I'm pretty sure Ohio State is very similar to,
Yeah.
the horseshoe.
Yeah.
I always had thoughts like when I used to play NCAA football. I used to always like at that time you can make your own schedule.
Right.
So I used to always love to face off against Tennessee, before we was in the SEC, because Tennessee had this crazy crowds, Florida, crazy crowds. Like you said, Michigan, Notre Dame, Ohio State. So teams like those, just like, man, I would love to see Mizzou get to that level of being able to play schools like that. But, it is what it is. How would you rate your Mizzou career? I mean, as I said in the intro, you was a finalist. You were all-time. I mean, and how does it feel, what I'm saying, being an all-time leading tackler at Mizzou?
Yeah, it feels good. I just, just stay healthy that long. Like, I mean,
right.
To not miss games or none of that stuff. Like, I credit that to mom's cooking and my hard work in the gym. Like, I don't know. I mean, I got banged up here and there, but I never missed a game. I played through some stuff I probably shouldn't have played through, when you look back on it. But when you're a kid, you 8, 19, 20, you like, hey, get me out there, whatever I need to do to play. I'm a play. So you look back on it, you like, man, I don't know if I should have did that. But I'm here today. I'm healthy. I'm moving. So I think if I stop moving, then I probably would feel a lot of them, a lot of that stuff I shouldn't have did. But I'm good now.
Got you. And just to piggyback in regards to that, man, that's pretty cool. Just all the different accolades and everything. I'm pretty sure when you step to Mizzou, were your sights also on going to the NFL?
Oh yeah, once I got there, just that was the goal. I just was really trying to just work on my game, and that's the thing I think I kind of missed out on when my coach got fired. Honestly, I think he really would have had me 5 or 6 to 10 steps from where I was at. I was just playing. I didn't have no, our coach, my new linebacker coach, he was a good guy, but was he a linebacker expert? Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to learn from somebody. Sometimes they will ask you to do stuff that you like, man, Ray Lewis ain't even doing this. Mike Singletary ain't do this. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But they don't know because they ain't played the game. So, and that comes with, when you got a coach that actually did it, you gonna respect and listen to what they say. Not to say we wasn't listening to what they're saying, but they gonna be realistic with what they ask you to do and what people are capable of.
So let's transition now. You didn't get drafted, but you did sign a contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Was there a moment where you felt that being drafted was a possibility, or were you already kind of mindset prepared that, what, it's not gonna be my time to shine there? I'll just see about a contract in the NFL.
Right. For sure. I mean, I was getting calls that we're gonna take you in the, the 5th round or 6th round, but you know how that when you're in the draft process, sometimes it don't go like that. So I was getting calls, all during the draft, but unfortunately, it didn't work out like that for me. And then, the crazy thing is, I probably would have had a better chance if I'd have left my junior year, which I was contemplating. I had a crazy season. The pool of linebackers it might have been a better opportunity for me to leave then, but it is what it is. I did what I did. I didn't get drafted. Was I disappointed? For sure. But my phone was still blowing up. So I had a lot of offers on the table, and it just me and my agent decided Jacksonville was the place.
That's what's up. And then that transition from now college to the NFL, what was the biggest transition that you had to get used to playing professionally?
The biggest, like I said earlier, the speed, the biggest jump, I think, when you go through that is like from high school to college, if you play at a major university. So when I got to Jacksonville, the speed and all that wasn't different. It's just the playbook, like you got to learn that fast. And they got like some of them defenses, you might got 4 or 5 checks off one defense. So you talking about learning a lot of plays. So I think that was the biggest adjustment. The playbook was crazy. And then for me, we had 2 all-pro D tackles. And the way I didn't know this before I signed with them. I would have probably never signed with Jacksonville. They play off their D line, which is fine if you in there with them two hogs. You know, you in there with two all-pro D tackles. That's fine. You could play off them, but now when you in there with second and third team, it looked a little bit different. So I like that defense, like the Bears play. They let Urlacher and Briggs, like that's what I was looking at then. They let them guys go, and you know I was a good athlete. That's what I like to do. I like to go get it right now, but ended up going to Jacksonville and had to learn how to kind of slow play, if that makes sense, which was an adjustment for me playing off the D tackles.
So do you feel that because you didn't get the opportunity that you wanted to in Jacksonville, that kind of took away your want of wanting to stay in the NFL and go ahead and leave it alone and move on with your life?
Say that a question again.
Do you feel that because of you not getting the opportunity that you really wanted, like you said with Urlacher playing a defense in Chicago, you're not getting the opportunity that you wanted in Jacksonville? Was that something that made you say, you know what, I'm good now with the NFL. I'm ready to go ahead and move on to another chapter in my life?
No, I mean, I still trying to pursue it because I knew I could play. You know, when you're there and you making plays and you know you can play, it's all, you know, the NFL's about getting your opportunity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you get the opportunity, then you see a lot of free agents or late round guys. If they get a shot though, most, you know, them guys can play. It ain't too many people I was in camp with that if they couldn't play, they was out of there. Mm-hmm. And they don't keep you around like that, you know, for 2 years on, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about getting your opportunity. You know, if somebody get hurt in front of you or somebody got a situation and you get called up the ball, then you better ball, you know. But unfortunately, you know, I never really got that opportunity to do that.
Good question right here. Biggest changes in training from high school to college to NFL?
I think we just got more from high school. You just doing it. Like I said, my mom was doing her best. We wasn't really researching what you should be eating, you know, my mom was doing that. But then when you get to college, you got nutritionists on staff. You know, you got people telling you, hey, you need to eat this type of foods. This type of foods got this type of vitamins and minerals and different stuff that you need. So that was the biggest thing as far as your eating habits. Then training. You got some of the best strength and conditioning coaches in the world. When we got to college, we had a great team, and they definitely did a great job getting our bodies ready. I mean, they put us through some crazy stuff. I remember we used to do at Mizzou. We used to do what we used to do. We used to do summer workouts, the running part, and then come in and squat. So you've been outside, and you know how the heat is down here. It's right. You've been outside for an hour and a half running. Then we finna go in here and we about to put 300, 400, 500 pounds on your back. And we didn't do nothing like that in high school. I mean, we went hard in the weight room, but it was a big difference when you got people writing out your weights, the percentages, and they knowing, you know, the program, their pyramid sets. They doing all the science for you. They're not just going off of, you know, our coaches got some out of Sports Illustrated or whatever, and we're gonna do this workout for the next 5 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever. No, it's legit. It's tuned for you, tuned for your position, and it's crazy. And then when I got to the league, it was the workouts were easy. They don't want nobody to get hurt. So you go to the weight room, your strength and conditioning coach got your card, your workout card. You don't even touch a weight. I didn't even touch a weight in Jacksonville. They load everything up, take it off for you, tell you how many reps you do. You just walk to the machine, they tell you what you got next, and that's it. You sit down, do the sets, and you go ahead on. Most of the time, you're doing like 2 sets of stuff in a league. So crazy.
I haven't watched it yet, but in regards to that Colin Kaepernick story or series on Netflix, I believe one of the things that he was saying, or if it wasn't Colin Kaepernick, it was somebody else that I heard or someone said it, but pretty much saying like, okay, you're a linebacker. If you aren't within a certain amount of pounds, you might get fined or something like that. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That's mostly for the big guys, though. I mean, unless you're an overweight dude, got trouble, you know, they'll put that on you. But it was mostly the big guys, the linemen. They get fined if they come in every pound. I mean, I remember guys running around right before they had to step on that scale because that money they was hitting them with no joke. Yeah. That's definitely true. And you, like I said, you know, you see it, you really a piece of meat. I think me and my wife were talking about this the other day. They do like when they trying to sign you, like before you go to the draft, they poking you, they looking at you, they measuring everything, your hands, whatever. They looking at everything. He's standing around. It's a crazy process, man.
So now I'm going to go back since you have played in the NFL. I know it was a practice squad and everything, but still, you are a huge football fan. So I'm going to ask this question from Eric. Who are your top 5 linebackers in today's game?
Man, I probably can't even answer that. In today's game, I'll give you my top 5. I give you my top 5 all time. I don't know about the top 5 today. It'll take me a while. We probably don't got that much time. But of all time, I got to put my boy Mike Singletary on there. Grew up watching him. I got Ray on there, Ray Lewis. I got Lawrence Taylor. He kind of DN linebacker, but he's still linebacker, of course. Lawrence Taylor, the GOAT. That dude was amazing. Let me think. I don't want to leave nobody. Let me see. That's 3. Who else was my guy?
You got Junior Seau.
Junior was nice too. I'll go with Junior. Yeah, I lived in San Diego for a while, so I watched Junior. And I got one more. Let me think who my other one was. Man. Who else, my man? I can't even think right now.
Wasn't Patrick Willis linebacker too?
Yeah. Briggs was cold, man. I think Briggs was.
Yeah,
Lance Briggs. I'm gonna go with Briggs right now. I know I'm leaving somebody else out, but I bet he more current. But like to see what he do, he didn't get a lot of credit. I don't think he should have because he was playing with Urlacher. But you know, if you watch the game, you know who the best linebacker on the field was. It was 55.
Right.
And I ain't taking that away from Urlacher, but Briggs was a monster.
I just think as great as Urlacher is, I always felt like though the speed, he didn't have that speed. You know what I'm saying? I can't compare him. It's not fair. But when I think about James Laurinaitis, you know, when he was with the Rams, good guy. You know, he like one of them heart and soul type guys, but he can get dusted easily by a running back. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of think about Urlacher like that. He may have had a little more speed than Laurinaitis, but I just felt like
that system him and Urlacher and Briggs was in they let them boys go, man.
Yeah,
I know they had fun playing. I needed to be in the defense like that.
I got you. So let's transition to something that I know means a whole lot to you. That's fitness and, of course, family. So I took the opportunity to go on Instagram and just want to show off a little bit of you for people who haven't seen you on Instagram. Follow Kinney Muscle. Kinney, last name and then Muscle. Put them together. Boom, there you go. But you got pics like this. And I'm like, man, this dude here is a beast. But here we go. So he flexing out on the beach, doing his thing. And then, as you said before, it shouts out to, of course, my sis, Fong, his wifey. Then you got videos like this. Let me pull it back up. Where it go? Because I was like, man, wait a minute. This dude here is beast mode out here. There we go. Got some videos. Y'all out there on the beach. You flexing. You know, you and the little one out there doing y'all thing. Let's see what else did I see. Oh, look at the family pic right there, Mariah. I see you. Shouts out to you. Let me see. It was one video I saw that I was like, man. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Explain, everybody, what is that? Tell us.
You don't want no points of that, man. That's tough right there.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's a foot elevated split squat. Man, great. Works your quads good, your glutes, your core, all that, man. That's legit movement right there.
Let's see. Mariah says she fell on the second wave. I mean, but this is just crazy, man. And as you've seen on social media, you know, wifey and I, we, you know, doing our thing, trying to get to y'all level. You know, give us time, but we getting there. And so I saw that workout. Then I saw another one. I was like, man, here we go. This is it. Look at that.
Now that's called a Z press. That's hard. You can't use no legs, no cord. I mean, no legs or nothing like that. So yeah, it's that's a hard shoulder press right there. And like I said, with COVID, like I said earlier, my lifestyle changed, so I got to do all this stuff at the house. I ain't been to the gym since before COVID. So yeah, we went to the gym for anywhere from 5 to 7 days a week. So it was a big adjustment to start doing all this stuff at the house. But we ain't let it stop us. Me and my wife bought a little bit more gym equipment and just got creative with it.
So my question is, has the Marvel universe hit you up yet, like for a role in a movie or something? What's happening?
I'll make that call for me, man. I'm ready.
And secondly, as I said before, man, family. How important, how big, how meaningful is it, family for you?
Yeah, man, that's my world, man. Everything I do is centered around them. That's what's important to me. Me and my friend from work, Sean Walters, was talking the other day. I said, talking about my daughters, that's my only job, is to protect them. And I go hard for them. As you get older, a lot of stuff don't matter. Like certain stuff I used to be into or like or buy or think was cool. Once you get them babies around, man, your world changes, man. You see life different. And, like you showed us at that beach, that's what it's about for me. Creating memories, going on vacation with my family, traveling. We love to travel, and that's what it's about. My mom, my brothers, my dad, everybody. We just like to get together, have a good time, man.
There we go.
That's what it's all about. That's what makes me happy. I could sit around my family all day and be good. I don't got to go nowhere.
And then, like, there's videos. I can't put up right now, but there's videos of a phone while she was pregnant, doing workouts like she wasn't pregnant. I'm like, good Lord.
Man, hey, she go hard, man. She go tough. I mean, like I said, I ain't been to the gym in a while, but when we used to go to the gym, it's crazy. People would come up to me all the time. Guys, girls, it didn't matter. Hey, man, your wife is the hardest working person, male or female, in this gym. But she go hard. And the crazy thing is, it's just like, she really wasn't she was fit. She ran track in high school and was an athlete, played basketball and stuff like that. But she really wasn't into going to the gym like that. Then she started coming with me and seeing little results, getting strong. And then, hey, the rest is history. Like, and that's the thing about the gym. I miss not going now, was being an athlete, going to practice, you get to compete. You get to have that locker room, talk your trash. And, that you get that vibe at the gym. Like when me and my wife walk in the gym, they're like, oh, man, here come the Kinney's, man. They finna come
ready. Go.
People would straight watch our workouts.
That's dope.
It was crazy.
That's dope. So you had to tell us, because I believe when we met for my first time meeting you, that you pretty much had a stalker while he was at Mizzou until the stalker won. Kind of like Urkel when they say, Laura, I'm wearing you down, baby. I'm wearing you down.
She wasn't that bad. She was on me though.
So just tell us real quick, man, about you being a star player at Mizzou, but then being able to find the love of your life, man.
It just, God put you in places for a reason. I guess, we was meant to meet, and we met like the first week of school, and the rest is history. We still here. It's 2021. That was 2000.
Man, it's great. It's a great feeling, man. And I know I've only been married since 9/11, but I mean, it's just an incredible feeling. And just like how y'all have been inspirations in regards to working out, in regards to just being a married couple and being a family, we're Jamie and I, we're getting that same love in regards to how we are inspiring others, how we're how our story and how our post and everything, it puts smiles on faces, because that's what it's all about, man. Life is too short to not appreciate every moment that you have. And it was my goal, and I told her this on our wedding day, it's my goal to show you that love that you deserve every second, every minute, because life is too short. You don't know what's going to happen the next minute. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So appreciate every moment you have. Yep. Promote this love. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Why hold back? You know, promote it. Promote,
and that's the thing with our culture. You got to see, like, the way we grew up. We was hard. We was tough. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't show no, you know, and it's good to see men, you know, loving on their wife or loving on their women and treat women the way they should be treated. And we need more of it. And then you never, like I said, you never know who's watching you. Like, I get comments in my DM all the time. Hey, man, you know, you and your wife did it. Like, people are looking up to you. And like you said, it's motivation, it's inspiration, and let them know, like, yo, this stuff is cool. It's okay to show your feelings and be vulnerable and be in a relationship and, you know, grow up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't kids no more. Like I said, life is short.
Exactly. So another question that I was going to ask, and David got me. When's Coach JK coming?
I don't know. I got them two little ones. That's what I'm coaching. That's what my focus is on now. But don't get me wrong. Like, I love working with the youth. I miss that. I had an opportunity to do that for my career, and it's just, I'm not doing that anymore at this time. But I miss that, you know, reaching back. And any game I give kids, though, I try to, like, my nephews, little cousins, little guys, people, even grown men younger than me. I always try to give game to people. The little stuff I learned, like, the knowledge we got access to, man, I wish I'd have had, like I said, was no Google, was no YouTube. It wasn't, you know, I didn't know what books to read about financial wellness, about successful people, different things like that. Today, you actually have no excuse not to have a plethora of knowledge with all this information out here now. And I just try to read books now. I pass on, I share on my guys group. Hey, man, y'all need to check this out. Y'all need to do this. Now, whether they do it or not, I don't know, but I feel like I'm doing my part because I'm at least sharing all the information. That's the big key, man. We got to share information we get and help the younger guys out, help the kids out. But as far as coaching, I don't know. Maybe when I retire, maybe in about 10, 15 years, I'll get in coaching when I ain't got nothing else to do.
Got you. Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. I hope that everyone has been enjoying this interview. This has been incredible for me. I hope it's been the same for you, James, and for everyone watching. Once again, it's all about getting your story told, man. That's what this show is all about. Let's see here. Sean Walter says, much love, my friend. All about the family. I enjoy conversations. That's dope. That's dope.
That's my brother right there. Yes, sir.
And then, as you said before, in regards to this being an inspiration, I'm going to go back to a comment I saw earlier. I want to bring it up again. Let's see. Here we go.
Yep, that's my sister-in-law right there.
Okay.
Yeah, her and my little brother just got engaged, so, you know, hey, they're young, they're out there in Florida doing it, and I love them, man. I love them to death. Like I said, it's just, we all about family, and it ain't, you know how people say do it for the gram, do it. It's not. It's just real. It's real. Right. People around us know, like all our friends know. This is just what you get. What you see is what you get. This is us 24/7.
So I wanted to get into current events real quick. What are your thoughts now on Mizzou? Eli Drinkowitz's second year now, bowl eligible. I know that next year you're going to have the best wide receiver in the country, Luther Burden, coming to Mizzou. But what's been your overall thoughts now on the state of Mizzou football?
I'm excited. You know, like I said, it take a while. You know, I've been through a new coach coming there. A lot of people don't understand that. You know, what's that's like. You know, like when Barry Odom I really thought maybe he should have got another year, because I understand you just not getting them guys going in the right direction, and then boom, now you starting over, a whole new playbook, a whole new system, a whole new way of doing things. But I think he's doing a great job, and I think, you know, the future's bright for them. They got, like I said, they signed, they getting some good recruits in there. They're winning some games. I'm excited for them. I'm excited to see what they do, you know, in the next year or two.
And it does seem like Coach Drinkowitz is the right coach for that team, for that school. He just brings a different energy. He brings a swag to him.
I was gonna say that, like, you know, from the videos I see on Instagram and different stuff, he seemed like, man, he's a player's coach. You know what I'm saying? He's in there with him, dancing, having a good time. He know the lingo. Hey, that's fun, man.
Yeah. So congrats to them. They face off against Arkansas on Friday, so hopefully they can win. What is it? Will it be 7 games or yeah, it'd be 8. No, 7 games that they'll win if they defeat Arkansas this Friday. So I think yesterday they announced that there is a great chance that the college football playoff will expand from 4 teams to 12. What are your thoughts on that?
That's good. You know, every year what we always hear, this team got left out, this team got left out. So yeah, to the more teams you can add to that playoff, I think the more chance you have of having a true and real champion. I'm all for that.
I will always.
If they gotta, starting me to cut you off, but if they got to cut a couple of them non-conference games out, or I don't know how they're gonna do it, then I think they should do that. You know, maybe cut 1 or 2 of them, whatever they got to do. You know, them tune-up games. You don't need 1 of them for real.
I will always say this about the system. Mizzou got robbed that year when KU went to the Orange Bowl, and it should have been Mizzou.
Right.
That, you know what I'm saying? That I was pissed because we beat KU. You know what I'm saying? I think that they had both times or whatever. And we lost to Oklahoma against Sam Bradford when it was played in Kansas City. I remember that game like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
But we was 1 win away from possibly a title game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to go from being at a potential title game to not even getting a BCS bowl,
right?
And then we took it out against I think it was Arkansas, wasn't it, that we played in the Cotton Bowl?
I think so.
Yeah, but it was like the system just did us dirty that year because we had an incredible season.
Yeah.
And for us to only go to the Cotton Bowl and not get the BCS Bowl, because that right there could have changed the landscape of Mizzou if you would have went to a BCS Bowl. That's the only part that's the main thing that I hated at the time was that we couldn't get that national attention if you would have just went, just had our foot in the door of a BCS, but y'all chose Kansas. Right. Then Kansas went and got whooped on.
Yeah, that's how. But you know what I'm saying? Like we said, and every year it's a team of 2 or 3 or 4 like that. So, like I said, I think the playoff is it's 12 teams is good. That's a good idea. I hope they do it.
Yeah. And see, Miss Williams, I never understood how college rankings and bowl participants are chosen. Maybe to use a magic 8-ball.
That's what it seems like sometimes.
Magic 8-ball and a whole lot of potential. Let's see. So it was announced today in St. Louis that the NFL versus the Lou settlement is official. So pretty much the NFL won. Kroenke won. Yeah, we know it's $790 million, but to them, that's not anything. Some people, are saying, man, this is messed up. We should have took them to trial. We should have, really exposed the NFL even more. Then you got some people that's saying, hey, that's almost $800 million. We should, we could put that into this, put that into that. What are your thoughts in regards to, of course, we know that it's something that the Rams left and how they left. I think the worst part of it all was how Kroenke talked down to his own hometown about how he can't support a football team, and clearly that wasn't the issue at all. But what's your thoughts in regards to the settlement being reached and how it was? Did you wish it was more that could have happened?
I just want to say something to them people that think that they should have, try to expose the NFL. That just show you the power the NFL got right now. It's the hottest league, and they got a lot of power, a lot of juice. That people, if you ain't been around the game or played it, you probably don't understand what I'm saying. But that's probably why it went the way it went. Just to be honest with you, they got a lot of juice. So, like I said, it's $800 million almost.
Right.
It's unfortunate for us sports fans here in St. Louis that we don't have a team no more. But I mean, what are you gonna do? They don't want to be there. At the end of the day, they was gonna leave it whenever they could, whether it was then or now. They'd have been up out of here sooner or later. So I don't really feel too much away about it. They gone now. It's that I ain't even thinking about it no more. They've been gone. I drive past the dome sometimes, and it just is what it is.
Right. And it's weird.
Unfortunately,
It's weird because it's like it's just no life there. You know, it's like
right.
it's just a building that's there now.
Yeah.
Outside of the XFL when they held that down, and that was a fun time
Right.
as well. But definitely I could talk about this comment right here on the screen.
Oh yeah, that's my mom. I love you, Mom. I don't even know what to say. I appreciate it. I love you too, Mom. Proud
That's
of
what's
you.
up, man.
Proud of us.
There we go.
Yeah.
Definitely. Let's see here. Miss Williams says they never should have settled going for the fast payout than forcing them to court. At this point, she doesn't want an NFL team. Yeah, and I'm one of those that I don't want an NFL team back. I was saying before that whatever money we get, we use that money, not money that we already have, like our own budget that we have in Missouri, but use the money that we get from Kroenke and use that to start an NBA franchise. That was gonna be like my perfect scenario was to use their money to bring in an NBA team.
That's not man. I would love that. St. Louis ain't never had no team, right?
St. Louis had one back in the day, the Hawks.
Okay, yeah, I think man, if Memphis got a team, come on, man.
and word is over the last few years that New Orleans may lose their team, and then that could be a perfect opportunity to come to St. Louis. So never say never. Who would have thought we would have got an MLS team after the years back when the governor at the time was trying to find each and every way to not have a team, and now they got one. So you never know. I think that St. Louis, because it's an awesome sports town, and fans will love to be able to see. Now, of course, by the time it happens, he won't be around no more. But like they would love to see like a LeBron James, coming in, a Ja Morant, Jason Tatum, Bradley Beal come to the Lou, you know what I'm saying, for a game or whatever. I think that we'll support it. And like I said, use their money though, not our money, but use the money that they gave to us.
And like we touched on earlier, that stuff is big for the youth, man. Just if you can see it and you dreaming about it and you see it, then you think you can do it, and that will help a lot of kids too. Just being able to go to a game or see a guy at the mall or something. You might bump into one of these guys if you're a basketball player. So, and then they'll be doing stuff in the community too. How many schools they're going to reach if they come here? People got to think about that. That's huge for the community. If we get another team here.
So, and people always say, "Oh, you're trying to just bring another sports team here and whatever." But bringing in a sports team, which more than likely we would have had another arena. But that creates more jobs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And like you said before, athletes come in, they live in St. Louis, they want to be a part of something special. They want to build this, they want to have this, they want to establish this, they want to do this. It's so many things that sports can do to bring in money, to bring in togetherness, something that we have been lacking. Togetherness, it's so many great things that sports can bring. But people don't always see it just as a global thing. Oh, they bring in sports. Oh, here we go. Why they gotta do this? Why did this just do something for for the school district? Stuff like that. But it's more to it. Let's see. Tyrone says, "True that, Mama Laura. What's up, buddy? In the Sports Talk crew. Thank you very much, Tyrone. Great show for STL Bros. Keep inspiring." Great comment right there. Thank you very much, Tyrone.
Appreciate you. That's another great athlete you need to get on here from St. Louis. Baseball, football, real deal.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this to anyone watching.
Haddonfield High School.
I'm gonna say this to anyone watching. If you or someone you know has a story that needs to be told on the Platform Sports Talk Show, email the Platform Sports Talk Show by just putting in Platform Sports Talk Show at gmail.com. Let's make that happen. We'll get you booked. And once again, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Roku TV. Check out our previous episodes from 4 years ago. A lot of great guests, a lot of great stories being told, very inspirational. So you'll definitely enjoy it. Get them follows. Let's get our follows up, our numbers up. Let's go, y'all. Let's keep on getting the Platform Sports Talk Show.
Hey, what's up, Savaris? Hey, I lost you. Smoooth, you there?
All right, there we go. Sorry about that.
For a second. Yeah, all right.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, comment here. Good to see you, JK, a.k.a. Buki K3100.
What's up, bro? Yeah, that's my nickname right there from the house.
I'm going to say it's the nicknames for me. Miss Williams says, I bumped into a Rams player back in the day and told him I was glad that they were here. So that's what's up. Let's see. Major Anthony. If I had that correct.
Yeah, Major, yeah.
Okay, Major. Sorry about that. And then let's see. He looked like it meant a lot to him. I'm sure. You know, like Chris Long, he loved being in St. Louis. He did so much for the Lou. So, you know, he was definitely say him, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Marshall Falk. You know, of course, he already was gone or, you know, retired or whatever. But a lot of guys, man, who, you know, made St. Louis put St. Louis on the map in regards to the Rams, great show on turf. Yeah. Of course, man, it's hard, you know, to just say, man, that's it, you know. De Niro, excuse me, definitely a big inspiration. My guy, much love. So bro. keep them comments going, y'all. We appreciate it. It's what this show is all about. A few more topics, then we are done here. NFL, who you feeling right now?
I like the Packers, man.
What?
And I'm gonna tell you why. That's just because my favorite player right now, A-Rod. He been my player he's my favorite quarterback. So
A-Rod.
Hey, hey, long as Devontae Adams and the boys staying healthy, man, that defense playing better this year. I like the Packers, man. I'm surprised. Hey, the Cardinals looking good too, man. Cardinals tough.
Thing is, can Kyler Murray stay healthy?
Right. Yeah.
That's gonna be the biggest thing because if you can't stay healthy, they ain't gonna win the playoffs. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, I like the Packers, man. The Packers tough, man. And then I just to see everything A-Rod went through before the season, so I want
and during the season, because you know how he handled this whole COVID protocol thing wasn't so good. What was your thoughts on that?
I mean, I read a little bit of it. I ain't really get into really what happened exactly, but hey, that man decision, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs, like what he did. I guess he said he was immunized and whatever, but I don't know. I can't really speak on it because I ain't follow it like that. As far as exactly what happened. Like I said, I got that newborn at the house, so that happened all when the baby was born. So I've kind of been out of the loop. You got to excuse me the last few weeks.
Hey, I totally understand, man. Lamont says he's still a Pats fan. And
they looking tough too.
I said this on the show last week or a few weeks back. Oh, excuse me, 2 weeks ago. But yeah, Mac Jones, he's the perfect quarterback for Bill Belichick. He's like Belichick is kind of like grooming him to be like a Tom Brady. I'm not saying he's gonna be as good as Tom Brady, but just in regards to he's not flashy. He just says, yes, sir, whatever you need, I got you. He is the perfect quarterback for that team and for Bill Belichick. And then Elwin says Chargers. They're looking good. You know, they beat the Steelers this past Sunday night, I believe.
That quarterback, that young boy, he good, man.
Yeah.
He make every throw.
Yeah. So it makes you wonder, like, who is the better team in LA? Is it the Rams or is it the Chargers?
Yeah.
You know? Miss Williams roots for the 49ers, the Packers, the Chiefs, and anyone who plays Dallas. See, she got like 2 million damn teams.
Hey, you know, like I don't really have a person like you asked me, like that's who I like this year, but I'm more of I like matchups. I like watching certain players play. I'm not like no diehard fan of, you know. Like one of my cousins, he see me had a Packers hat on. You know, where we grew up, everybody, man, where you got the hat on, man? This is what I want to wear, and it matched my outfit. I'm one of them guys, but I like A-Rod. He's my guy.
I feel you on that. So the last thing that I wanted to discuss with you was when I said, hold on to that thought, concussions. Like I said before, you have seen recently, as of last week, Zach Stacy just went ballistic to his ex-girlfriend. We know what happened with Ray Rice. We know what happened with Joe Mixon when he was in college and stuff like that. And it just seems to me that, And it's such the common denominator recently over these last few years has been black athletes, black male athletes losing their minds. Do you feel that concussions is playing a big role in regards to anger management issues?
Definitely. I mean, anytime you got to think, most of us start, like I said, I started playing in the 5th grade. It's people that had their kids out there when they was 5 years old, and you banging, you hitting heads, and it definitely has an effect on your body and how you process stuff. You're not even done developing at that age. You're banging your head all through the developmental years. So who knows what damage that's actually causing you down the line. And them situations they're terrible. I hate to see that type of stuff going on, but I don't even know what to, I don't know all the science about if there's a direct correlation with that or not. But I know for sure from seeing players and talking to players, memory loss is real. Motivation loss is real. Depression is real. Suicide is real, as we seen, like we spoke on Junior Seau earlier. So I think colleges, NFL definitely need to do a better job putting things in place when you're done playing the game and while you're playing the game, as far as counseling, how to deal with different things. You got all this money to spend and you're making all this money off these athletes, then that stuff needs to be mandatory in place for sure. And then you think about a young athlete that's all he knows is football. That transition when you're done is tough because you've been doing this your whole life, and now it just comes to an end. And you got to think about you got a degree if you finish school. Some of them did, some did, I did, but some people didn't. They don't know they're lost. They don't know what to do. That's their livelihood, and that depression kick in, and that anger kick in, that rage kick in, and sometimes some people get hurt that shouldn't get hurt, and it's unfortunate. But I definitely think there should be, like you just talk about CTE or PTSD. All that stuff is real. Like when our soldiers come back, this stuff need to be in play for them too. You can't just kick them to the side. It's the same thing. You need counseling, you need help, you need services available to you when you need it, and when you feel like you need to talk to somebody, that stuff should be already in place.
Yeah, and that's going to be leading my next question is, what is something that the NFL needs to do better of in regards to the situation? Because to me, I'm thinking, okay, once a player retires, they need to be going through some kind of psychiatrics, something to see where they might, something needs to happen.
They're doing it now. Yeah, they take care of that stuff, like your MRIs. You go through different memory tests and different stuff like that. It's stuff in place for now, but it's just now it's getting better year by year because they just now finding out about CTE. Like I said, when we played, have I ever been diagnosed with a concussion? No. Have I had one? I'm sure. You understand what I'm saying? It was you could, you just got your bell rung, you see stars or whatever, you go out there and play. But that CTE, like I said, Tyrone said it's real, man. People living with it, and that counseling, that stuff need to be available to you. Now I know through the NFLPA, a lot of that stuff is in place now, but it's just now getting out there. Some of these players don't even have that information, because they could have been depressed for the last 3 or 4 years and not even checking their mailbox or checking in with the NFLPA. You got to sign up for that stuff. If nobody's keeping you on your toes with that stuff, then, you just lost.
And to answer this question, Ms. Williams, I would say, of course, it's a danger. That one play where you get bridged, where you get undercut while you're in the air, you may land on your head. But the chances of that happening are so much less likelier, of course, than playing football, where especially you are O lineman, D lineman, running back, whatever, and pretty much every play you got to lean in with your shoulder pads and connecting helmet to helmet. So the risk, of course, is more in football.
Like you said, I think the positions like linebacker, safety, linebacker, safety, and running back, them high collisions every play.
Right.
A lineman, if they running into us, yeah. But when they just going, that guy right, 6 inches from you, that ain't really too much of you hitting heads a little bit, but that ain't you talking about the biggest, fastest guys on the earth. running 4.3s, 4.2s,
Right.
full tilt into each other. That's a different type of collision. That's when people say that's car wrecks, they're car wrecks. For real.
Do you feel, because you brought it up how, 4.2, 4.3, whatever. Do you feel that draft combines are overrated?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, we all see them players that come in there. They don't have that great pro day or whatever combine performance, but they ballers. For them, it don't it don't matter. But for some of them players that's like not that known, go to a small school, you go in there and have a great pro day, yeah, you gonna get some dollars in your pocket. So I think it's good and bad, depending on the athlete, depending on the circumstance.
Got you. Speaking of the NBA, real quick, what were your thoughts on that fight with LeBron James and Isaiah Stewart? Because I mean, to me, I feel like it's overblown. Everybody's saying because it's LeBron James, was he frustrated that he was held a certain way? Of course. So, and there's been times in the past he has swung his arm back trying to get free, but it's not. And I love LeBron. I'm not trying to be biased, but just the history, he doesn't have a history of ejections and getting technical foul unless he's mad about a call. But in regards to being physical with somebody else, I just feel like it was just way overblown. And because of how the dude looked, then how he reacted, like he wanted to, like he gonna try to beat up LeBron, and LeBron even said then, LeBron was like,
hey, you ain't beating up LeBron, man. I think some of the Pistons would have helped fight their own teammate if he'd tried to jump on LeBron.
Right. It's like, come on now, LeBron, he's not known for that. It's different if it was. I ain't
got no problem with what LeBron did. You know what I'm saying? It's a play that happens in basketball all the time. You watch basketball, that stuff happen. That happened every game. You know what I'm saying? But the way dude reacted was crazy. I mean, once he seen that blood, he probably blacked out. But to run back like two times after,
like dude,
it's over with now. You're not gonna get to him. You made yourself look crazy. That first time, okay, you might try to double back, but he went back 2 or 3 times. Come on, man, just go to the locker room, clean yourself up, and get it on next time you see him. Give him another elbow, and then it is what it is.
So the Lakers are playing the Pistons again on November 28th.
There it is.
Stay tuned. and it's in LA. LeBron is back. I'm pretty sure Isaiah Stewart will be available.
Yeah.
So stay tuned this Sunday. Must see TV.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I watched the replay, the blood looked bad, but the actual contact, it didn't look that bad. But it's real thin in there. That bone is real sharp there. So you get cut. Boxers get cut here all the time. So you see it, but it didn't look like that. It didn't even look like, I've seen worse elbows in a regular basketball game that didn't even provoke. Half of that stuff didn't happen.
Right, and like I said, it'd be different if LeBron was just known to
a dirty player.
Be a dirty player, but no. And they said after the game he tried to get his number and call the guy, and it reminds me of when the Heat was playing the Bulls in the playoffs, and I think Nazir Muhammad pushed LeBron James in the back, and LeBron James just slid on the floor, and like all of a sudden all this big commotion. But like I said, LeBron doesn't have that reputation of being someone who's who's gonna fight. It's not him.
Nah,
but
that'd be water under the bridge. Like I said, now he might try to give Brown another elbow, but other than that, it ain't gonna go no farther than that. Ain't gonna be no meet me in the locker room. It's been a couple incidents. Jimmy Butler a couple weeks ago. That little incident that happened with the Heat and who they playing, Dallas? Was that Utah? No, who was it? The big Denver. It was Denver. Yeah.
Okay, Denver. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something that they did. Oh, you talking about between him and Jokic and you talking about that
Moore's boys.
Yeah, Moore's all them. Yeah. Now, I can't recall if the Heat, if they played the game yet, the Nuggets and the Heat, the rematch, because that should be exciting. Because I think the Jokic brothers are supposed to be going to the game in Miami. Like, hey, we gonna be there, so let's see what's happening, whatever. But it's good for the sport, you know what I'm saying? Just to see that intensity, the competition. That's how it was back then.
In
Doing
the 90s, it was like that.
exactly.
Yeah, I missed that.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
That's how it was, man. But with that being said, bro, thank you. Thank you for a great interview.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna do you the same way I did the ladies earlier, Sharita and Joe. Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for?
Family, of course. My new daughter, my oldest daughter, my wife, my mom, just my family. You know, my close friends. I'm just around a lot of good people, good positive people I work with. We all just striving to do better, man. I'm just thankful that I'm in a position where I'm around positive people. We all doing positive things, and we all pushing each other forward. And like I said, sharing information, trying to, you know, push our people forward, and that's it, man. I'm just thankful for my life, the life I have. I'm very grateful and blessed.
That's what's up, man. And I'm going to go ahead and say 9/11 changed my life. So I'm thankful for you, Jamie, for you being my wife. Tomorrow we experience our first Thanksgiving as the Saunders. Look forward to it. To my new family that I have, it's an honor. It feels wonderful. I feel blessed. I feel the love. To everyone who has been supporting myself, supporting Jamie and I, been supporting the platform Sports Talk Show, to Stan, to Bunny, to Joe, Annie, Sharita, Purple Rain, Dejanelle Freeman, Coach Stringer, Sadals, the selector, everybody who's been a part of the platform Sports Talk Show. Thank you. I'm so thankful for each and every one of y'all. To my mother, to baby girl, to my son, just to everyone. I'm just so thankful. Right now, it means a lot to me. What's like what Jamie and I said a while back. It's amazing what a year can do for you. You know what I'm saying? A difference a year can make. But it's been one hell of a ride, and look forward to many more rides as the Lord sees fit. So I'm thankful for everyone watching this show tonight. We had a lot of new people tuning in. Make sure, y'all, that y'all go ahead and like this page on Facebook, like us on Twitter, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, go on Roku TV, put in the platform Sports Talk Show, give us a follow. Let's get these numbers up. Once again, if you know someone who would be great for the show, whether it's someone that you may know, James, who played at Mizzou, or a professional athlete who just needs to have their story told, shoot them my way. Platform Sports Talk Show at gmail.com. Good answer. I think from what you were saying, James, in regards to thankful.
That's another one of my homies right there, man. Good dude, man. Just good people like that. Like I said, blessed, man. I can reach out. We talk. We don't see each other much because we stay in different cities now. But man, that's my brother right there. I love that dude right there.
That's what's up. And let's see here. Once again, just to follow us everywhere. You see our information on the screen. Just put in the platform Sports Talk Show. You still.
Another thing too. I thought we was gonna get back to it, but hey, I'm a vegan now. I've been vegan for a while.
Okay.
So if you need any tips or meal ideas, follow us on Exit to Vegan on Instagram.
There we go. Exit to Vegan. Follow them on Instagram. I'm gonna definitely hit you up on some stuff too, as I continue to work on myself, as my wife and I work on ourselves, getting things right. Shouts out to my pops, Smoother Pops, working out. We inspire people, you know what I'm saying, in regards to that too. It's fun. Pops, get ready. I know it's been a minute because I was out of town. I know tomorrow's Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, the whole 9, but get ready, Pops. It's going to be on the popping. Let me put us more comments. The wifey. I love you too, Mama. To Miss Williams, I'm thankful for her son, Edward. And he's been a friend of mine since we were like in first grade, kindergarten. Nice. So, yeah, she's my other mom too. And for another turkey around, so we both shared the same birthday last Wednesday.
Happy belated, by the way, bro.
Thank you.
You enjoyed it. I've been keeping up with the photos on Instagram.
Man, I was telling Joe, the parasailing, awesome. It's so peaceful. Even though you 400, 500 feet in the air, it's so peaceful. It's so surreal. It's just an incredible feeling. If you have not done it, people, do it, man. No, just enjoy life. Like I said, life is too short. Do what you can when you can, man. Like I said before, I want to do the jet skiing. I want to swim with the dolphins. I want to do all that kind of fun. Now, the bungee jumping, I'm not sure about that yet.
Ain't doing that.
You know, jumping out of airplanes, no. I don't know yet. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But once again, everyone, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate all the love. Once again, I see y'all coming in with the comments. See our numbers up with the viewers. We love it. We want to continue this every week. Next week, ladies' night, and it's not just a regular ladies' night. It's the first anniversary show. So it'll be a full year next week that ladies' night has been going on. It's an incredible show. Awesome. All the ladies, for those who watched the show earlier, you saw Jobo, you saw Sharita. You know right there that they know they sports. So when you have Annie on, when you have Bunny coming back very soon, you're going to see a panel of women who know their sports. Very knowledgeable. Try them. So tune in next week for Ladies' Night next Wednesday right here on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. And, of course, any archive shows will be on Roku TV. It's been a fun show. James, if you don't mind, stay on after I end the broadcast, do a real quick post-show wrap-up.
Okay.
And then, we out of here. She says, I ain't jumping off Nam Bridge.
I'm with you, Miss Williams.
And she says she'll be there for next week for Ladies' Night. So this is the Platform Sports Talk Show, your Wednesday night sports light. Give us a follow, y'all. I'm telling you, you're going to love the interviews we've had with previous guests and upcoming guests as well. Once again, salute to Stan, to Bunny, to Jobo, Ladies' Night crew, everyone watching. I am your boy Smooth. When it's about sports, it becomes our business, and business continues to pick up. We out, right, we out.